everybody. Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to the Tuesday live stream. Yes, it was supposed to be a Saturday, whatever. But I did say that we're going to do the show on a Sunday instead of a Saturday. So, doth been warned. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hi, Steph. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Kari. Hi, Val. Hi, Aish. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Robbie. Hi, Kate Moore. Hi, Nadadita. Nadadita, how's it going? Hey, Teresa E.
Hello.
Nectarine Man. How's it going, everybody? Jen O. Deborah C. Kari. Patricia Casey. Ash. Val again. Deborah C. again. Adrian of Sydney. Noah. Asaph says, ay. Yay! Kari says Monday working. Dortzia S. Early Monday live stream, says Terry. Yeah. Look, the way I see it, it's like this. We're going to keep pushing these live streams until we get back to Saturday. So there you go. There you go. Full circle. Full circle. Full circle. At a certain point, we're going to be live streaming on a Saturday again. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Before you know it, we're going to make a whole cycle of the entire weekend. We'll be back on a Saturday. We'll go. Speaking of Saturday, speaking of thunderstorms and lightning, very, very frightening. The merch is here. In fact, you've noticed all of your membership icons have changed to the spooky ones for the Halloween season because since today, Bubbles has officially transformed all of you members into ghouls and monsters. So your icons are no longer a perfume bottle, but for the entire duration of the Halloween season, your badges of honor shall be spiders, bats, cats, jack-o'-lanterns, and other ghouls and monsters. Every year they're slightly different also. So there you go. This is a brand new batch. Enjoy them only until the 31st of October. And then they're gone. Including, and not limited to, a limited edition merch launch from the Fashion Bunker and yours truly for the Halloween season. We have launched it exclusively in the pre-show as an exclusive preview. And now I'm going to share it with you in the main show as well. Yes, the Halloween Fashion Bunker limited edition merch is out now on both superdacob.com as well as Amazon. If your country's Amazon carries the merch, not every Amazon does. For Tier 2 members and patrons, there is a 15% coupon code. You will find it pinned on Patreon, or if you scroll through the members page on my YouTube channel, you will find your code. It's exclusive to you. Now, I have here a couple of examples. The merch is not because, we designed it and would have not. It's IYKYK. I told you, I was announcing it to you that it's going to be very IYKYK.
Shalom!
Very Fashion Bunker lore. Fashion Bunker lore. If you know, you know. Let me start with the cutesy one, the more inoffensive, innocent one. You know how we always say, we'll go. On Halloween, we say, boo-go.
Bring home the bacon.
That's a different one, baconetto. But the next one is for the fashion lovers out there who are exceptionally keen to the end of luxury, to the fact that luxury sucks. Luxury both sucks our wallets dry, but also lately, luxury itself, like I say, it's the end of luxury. And so fashion and luxury both suck. They suck us dry, but it also sucks. So here's this one. Luxury sucks, y'all. With an Easter egg hidden Super Dacob logo and somewhere in there. So there's this one, And then, so these are the two samples that I managed to order. Everything is on a black background, but there's long sleeve t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts, jackets, mugs, pillows. What will go, will go. So this is Luxury Sucks. I think this is a good one for all year round, not just for Halloween. Bugo, Bugo is our Bugo with a boo. And then the other two designs have not arrived yet. Let me show you. We got the sirens warning us of a price increase. You know how the sirens, usually with their song, they lure in sea travelers and pirates, and then they, with their song, they hypnotize them, and then the sea travelers go to the sirens, and then the sirens eat them. Yes, they are meat eaters, darling. Very Halloween, very gore. Except these sirens are sounding the siren or the siren, the alarm for the price increase. They're telling us, be. And of course, for fashion people like us who love our luxury baglets and what will go, or what bugo, we are terrified of price increases. So this is for us literally the symbol of horror. The biggest horror that a fashion victim might experience is a price increase. It's not the boogeyman. It's not monsters under the bed. It's not monsters in the closet. It's a price increase. So the sirens are there. But the sirens also represent, if you dig deeper, the brands luring us in, you know, with their song. It's like Chanel is singing the song, la 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 la, you know, luring you in. And then you come in and then you end up buying a bag right after the price increase. So that's the duality of this specific item. Deborah, what does Deborah say? Deborah says, I dare someone to walk into the Louis Vuitton flagship store with any of these. I'll do it. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. The fourth and final design is a very, very specific one to the lore of the fashion bunker. Now, while the price increase beware can be worn by any good old fashionista and luxury addict or fashion addict, this next piece is only for the fashion bunker people who really love and understand the lore of the fashion bunker. This fourth design includes butter, it includes bacon, and it includes the moon. And all of those together give what? Show us, Bubbles.
Bring home the bacon.
Yes. Yes. That's Luxury Sucks. Here it is.
Butter.
Fry me to the moon and let me eat butter along the way. Let me see what spring is like on buttery old Mars. In other words, Baconator. So there you go. We got bacon bats, we got a butter moon, and we got the good old song, Fry Me to the Moon. Now, of course, you also know that Chanel utilizes that frickin' moon since years now for their holiday season ad campaign. They're always like bringing you to the moon and you give the love of your life the moon. Gift Chanel, you know, oh, please. So now we got butter. So we got butter, IYKYK. The moon is made of butter. We got the bacon bats, IYKYK, and we got the moon. So if you know, you know. This is very much Halloween, very much tongue-in-cheek, very much fashion bunker lore. So Asaf says, oh my God, the shade. Patricia says, love it. That's so funny. And definitely IYKYK. Debbie says, this is her favorite. Robbie Lorraine says, love it. So cryptic. Mahora says, bacon bats. Yes, Mahora, isn't your sexy little perky, thick-lipped mouth watering just from thinking about those juicy bacon bats, just freshly, crispily baked and sizzled on the stove as they are ready to be crispily eaten for breakfast? Don't it make your mouth water? Don't it taste like holy bacon? Like holy bacon, don't it taste like holy bacon? Bunker style. Well done, Dacob. Thank you, Patricia. Audrey says, I have the original Buddha video, Buddha, with Patrick from your LU tour. Love Unite or Love Artists Unite? Wait, what is Lou? Bucket challenge? What? My favorite too says Patricia. We need selfies of walking into flagship stores with the merch. Well, Deborah, send me the pictures and I can then compile them in a little selection and then I could post, like 10 photos on Instagram in one post. So if you allow me to, if you can send me your photos to superdacob@gmail.com wearing the merch in luxury stores. And then but don't photograph any people around you that don't want to be photographed. You know what I mean? And then if you allow me to, I can post it on Instagram. Or during a live stream, I can share the photos in one of the live streams, This is my perfect keto meal, says Steph. Art Lovers Unite, says Audrey. I missed the A. Where did the A go, Audrey? Where did the A go? Did Chippy snatch the A to take the A to the art class to paint over it? Patricia says, how are you so perky, Dacob? It's late for you too. No, Patricia, I am literally running on hopes and dreams at this point. I'm wearing alu tonight, says Debbie. Alu by night, honey. You're wearing the flanca. The flanca. Speaking of flanca, guess what a hoe is wearing today? Fry me to the moon. Bugo Bugo the mug. This is Bubbles dressed as a ghost, by the way. This is Bubbles dressed as a ghost. You can get the mug, the Bugo Bugo mug. Isn't it cute? Super cute. So this is more the more innocent. I'm offering you a selection of Halloween merch that really can appease everybody's heart. Some of y'alls don't want to be provocative, and that's okay. You go for the Bugo Bugo, innocent, cute, sweet, dainty. But then there's some of y'alls is like Debbie who want to go all out on the provocateur. On the provocateur. It's a tour. You're going to go for the Baconator one. Hit it, Bubbles. Yes, Bugo Bugo is the new song. It's a limited edition song as well that we're going to keep playing till the end of Halloween.
Bring home the bacon.
So many lovely, lovely, lovely things happening in the bunker for Halloween season. Oh, just the joy. The joy it brings. The joy it brings. Hi, Blonde and Chatty. Bugo Bugo Bugo. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So speaking of flancas by night, I have just in the pre-show, Christian Anastasia says, oh my God, I made another live. It's me, Iron Christian from Bangkok. Love you, Dacob. I love you too, sweetie. Glad you made it. I'm wearing a flanker of an OG today, and I have reviewed a Superleggera in the pre-show today. So video coming soon to my perfume channel, but for those of you, because we're just coming out of a almost three hour pre-show today. Before the main show, we actually had another live stream, which was exclusive to Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. So consider joining today, becoming a member or a patron and getting access every weekend to an exclusive live stream. Yeah. And so what happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show, right? Like, for the most part, all the shade and drama and tea spilling that happens, oof, it's always very juicy. It's stuff that basically we're allowed to say that we're not allowed to say in public on the main show. So, but for those of you who have been present for the review of this one, you know what happened. You know how this went down, how this... I'm telling you. Okay. This review is going to be one of those that goes down in history of the Essentially Dacob channel, for better or for worse. But stay tuned, because on my Essentially Dacob perfume channel, when I post the review of this one, oh boy. Let's just say it's going to be one of those Chanel reviews that will be memorable. memorable. Because it's going to be shady. It's going to be a shady, shady affair, let me tell ya. And then it's basically Super Dacob in his super leg era. See what I did there? Super leg era. And since I have 2 legs, there's 2 G's. It's a super leg era. So get your merch now. Thank you so much to everybody who has witnessed the presentation of the Halloween merch. Thank you, Anonymous, for buying a woman's classic tee. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. We also have long sleeve. And to Anonymous, thank you for getting the Bugo Bugo t-shirt as well. Also available in long sleeve. Female cut and male cut available. Also cropped tees. And thank you for buying the organic tote bag, Anonymous, as well. The Bugo Bugo tote bag. Mwah. Thank you so much for supporting the Fashion Bunker. And, oh wow, this is gorgeous. The Luxury Sucks mug. Thank you for buying the mug. By the way, all of this merch is limited edition, only available until the 31st of October. Thank you, Anonymous, for buying the classic long sleeve t-shirt with the sirens. Beware of the price increase. Oh my gosh, thank you everybody for buying all of this. Anonymous bought a woman's premium V-neck tee. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, and thank you for buying the classic crew neck t-shirt. Okay, this is the male cut. They're all unisex, so, but what I'm saying is some of them have like tighter sleeves, bigger sleeves, crop tops or longs. Anonymous bought a classic crew neck t-shirt with the sirens. Thank you so much. It seems like the price increase beware items are really, really like very beloved. The most popular are the sirens. Anonymous bought a woman's premium V-neck tee, the Baconator. Fry me to the moon, made of butter with a spoon. Ah, Kari, thank you for buying the classic Fry Me to the Moon t-shirt. Butter? Oh, can't wait to try this. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry, because everything I see double here. Teresa McGuire. Oh my God, Terry, you're moving into the spooky
Teresa
bunker.
McGuire donated $70. Can't wait to get our new merch. Looking forward to a great stream. Heart.
Oh, thank you so much, my love. Look what we're gonna do now. Terry initiated the spooky fashion bunker mansion. And yes, believe it or not, she's moving into her designated loft in the Senna, where she's prepping for the party, of course. So let's be subtle. Let's do the mauve. Let's do the mauve today for Terry. Hold on, Terry's moving in. If you guys also wish to move in to the Fashion Bunker Spooky Haunted Mansion, now is your opportunity because, believe it or not, we have opened the new residential area and Terry is inaugurating the whole event by moving in to her central flow. Spooky. Who else wants to move in with Terry? We are going to prepare another party today as we dig through the shade of the fashion world. Oh, look, my eyeballs through the windows. I'm looking at you through the windows. Woo. So you guys, are you ready to move in with Terry? Let's do a party. I see somebody else has been purchasing the merch. Kari says, can't wait to try this t-shirt supporting the Fashion Bunker all the way. Fry Me to the Moon by Kari. Mwah. Thank you so much, Kari. Thank you. And thank you for subscribing. Jet Memphis 91. Oh, we're repeating the same ones?
Teresa McGuire
Thank you, Terry,
donated
again. But
$70.
I know Don't
Can't
worry,
wait to
Terry,
get
you
our
didn't
new
send it
merch.
twice.
Looking forward to a great stream. Heart.
Oh, Terry says party at my place. Oh, Deborah, see, thank you so much, sweetie. Deborah's moving
Deborah
in.
donated $20. Super Dacob, you are hilarious, informative, and incisive.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Deborah. I am going to move you in. Ooh, Deborah, you know what? You're gonna be the watchful eye underneath the rooftop terrace because I have a sneaky suspicion there's gonna be a party tonight, a big one. Um, you know. Wait, I don't want to misspell it. Hold on, let me check. Is it with an O or without the O? With an O. Yep. And then you got a little ghost. Wait, let me see. Does it fit? Oh, it does fit. You guys. You guys. We have a ghost in the attic. Look how tiny it is with Deborah. Oh. Ooh. Very Stranger Things, very upside down. I have a sneaky suspicion tonight's party because we're starting full blown the Halloween season. We are going to be upside down, topsy turvy. You never know what's going to happen tonight in the fashion bunker, spooky mansion. Terry says everybody's party at Terry's place. Everyone has to wear their merch. Hmm. We got we got notifications. Ooh, thank you, Anonymous, for buying a classic tea. Fry me to the moon. So which one is the most popular? I think Fry Me to the Moon and Bugo Bugo. Anonymous bought a Bugo Bugo mug. Thank you. Hi, Karina. Hi, Jenny Young. Excited to add the Bugo Bugo mug to my collection. Thank you, Jenny, for getting the Bugo Bugo mug. Christian Estasia says, I hate that I never get any notifications. I have to refresh your YouTube page when I'm at work just in case. Thumbs up the live always, guys. Thank you, Christian Estacio, for thumbing up the live stream. You guys, thumb up the live stream. And just be sure when you push the notifications bell on, sometimes you have to also open up the options for the notifications, and then you have to opt into all the notifications because otherwise YouTube might not give you all the notifications on my channel. I know that this is an issue for some people. Sometimes some other people, even if they click on all the notifications, yes, YouTube still doesn't notify them. So it's a mess. But we've had this issue for years now. I'm telling you, they're boycotting me, but whatever. We're still here, resisting. Dacob, why did you change the intro music? I loved the old one. It was very 80s. Well, F. Del Mar, since other people wanted to use it for their live streams, I thought to myself, well, if they like it so much, fine, I'll just do other music. Charlie, the water today, particularly delicious. Hit it, Bubbles. Stop. Oh, Camilla, Charlie's water, particularly spunky today. Particularly spunky today. We love it. Period, says Aish. Period. So, you know. But after all is said and done, we have had F. Del Mar, we have had, in these 10 years of the existence of the Fashion Bunker, we have gone through a lot of different intros, a lot of different eras, fonts, logos, backgrounds. I mean, I remember my first intro ever, which was like 8 years ago. Well, in the beginning, I had no intro, and then after a while, I got my first intro. I And I remember we used that intro for about a year, and then, we changed it up to something new. The bunker keeps evolving. And then I remember back in the day, people saying, "Oh man, I miss your old intro," and then since then, we've had another 10 different ones. But every time we update the intro, people are like, "Where's the old intro?" So there's a little bit of nostalgia. Every intro marks a certain era of the Fashion Bunker, and it's kind of also cool to go watch the older videos and to hear those old intros, because it brings back a feeling and a mood of that era. I mean, 10 years is a long time, you guys. It's substantial. It's not like, "Oh, we've been here. We've been on the tubes for 10 months. Thank you everybody for 1 million subbies. I would have never believed that in just 10 months since I started that I would already have 10 million subscribers. OMG, I'm so grateful. Hashtag blessed." No, our journey has been slightly different. It hasn't been 10 months, it's been 10 years, and we are not even close to 100K, let alone 10 million. And it's been a labor of love and a lot of trial and tribulation. But you know what? We're still standing. Yay, yay, yay. And so we're still here, and we're going to go as long as we can. Hi, Holly Grace. I was so glad. Well, hold on. Let me scroll up. I missed a moment. So glad to see you guys. I've had a terrible few days. Oh man, Holly, so sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you're better now. Since look at you with us in the ratchet old ho bunka. Bunka ho. Yeah, that's when I first started watching, says F. Del Mar. Wow, 10 years ago you started? Or 8 years ago? Oh, notifications coming in. Brenda, thank you so much, sweetie.
Brenda donated $10. Loving the new merch, Dacob. Can't wait to receive mine. Heart.
Oh, Brenda, I'm moving you into the mauve building. I'm moving you into the mauve building. If you want to move into the mauve building, you got time until the 31st of October, baby. Yeah. So, wait, I totally forgot. Who am I moving in? I've been singing my butt off. Brenda is moving in. Okay, Brenda, I got you. Brenda. Uh-oh, Brenda is moving in with a bat. Yep, Brenda is a party animal. I tell ya, a party animal. And she's moving in with her best buddy, the bat. Okay, Brenda, here you go. Oh my God, Brenda, you moved in with the bat. Oh, the bat, Brenda. Brenda, the bat. Brenda, Brenda. It's very Stranger Things today, upside down and all, what have you. Oh, unsolicited opinions by Yella. Thank you so much.
Unsolicited opinions by Yella donated $10. I was on holiday, so I've missed a bunch of the live streams. Now I'm back and I have a lot of catching up to do. I've missed the bunker community. Hello, Dacob and Bubbles.
Oh, thank you so much. Unsolicited opinions by Yella. I'm gonna have to abbreviate that name because the apartments are kind of tiny. So let's just say Yella. Let's do UO by Yella. How about that? UO by Yella. I think that's cool. UO by Yella. Yeah, let's do that. UO by Yella. And then oh, the tiniest jack-o'-lantern, which I hope is going to be visible, you guys. I added you a little tiny jack-o'-lantern, which should be visible. Let's see. If it's not visible, I think it's going to be visible, you guys. Okay. Unsolicited opinions by Yella. Oh, there you is. Look at the jack-o'-lantern. Oh my god, it's such a tiny jack-o'-lantern. Ooh. Twisted mansion. The party's starting, y'all. We got 4 people already moved in. And everybody got the merch. Everybody got the merch. Everybody got the merch. Everybody got the merch. Hit it, Bubbles. Irene, thank you for becoming a member. I think this was the gifting suite. Let me scroll up. Yes, Jenny Young just gifted 5 Super Dacob memberships. Thank you so much, Jenny Young. Katarina Aguiar was gifted a membership by Jenny Young. Papa Cherry Bubbles. Uh-oh, Bubbles isn't popping cherries today. Ah, there you go. Irene was gifted a membership by Jenny Young. Ellie was gifted a membership by Jenny Young.
Chan donated $6.
V-Sense was gifted a membership by Jenny Young.
Great show as always.
Oh, Chan, thank you so much, sweetie. We're going to move you into the house. Ophelia was gifted a membership by Jenny Young. And welcome to all the new Tier 1 members. Thank you so much, Jenny Young, for being so generous and gifting 5 Super Dacob memberships. And to all the new members, start enjoying all your extra perks, as well as the limited time availability of the spooky icons that are next to your name now. They're only available during Halloween, either the poison bottle, the bat, the jack-o'-lantern, the spider. I think there's also a skull. So Chan just sent us a tip. Chan, my dear Chan, darling, you're going to move into the building with Deborah. Let me add you to the building. Yes, because yes. So let me think. Ah, gotcha. Chan, darling. Oh, how wonderful. Here you go. Chan and oh, spider. I was thinking, like, which other creature can we also move into the fashion bunker? I'm like, oh yeah, spider. It's going to be really tough to draw a mummy, in case we want to move in a mummy later on. I mean, it's doable, but like to draw a tiny miniature mummy, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Maybe we're just going to do a sarcophagus or something. But here you go, Chan, moved in with the little spitter. Oh, wait, this side. There you go. Twisting mansion. Oh, how fabulous. If you wish to move into the spooky haunted mansion as well, start the party. Scan here. Thank you. Or you can also, if the QR code don't work, at the top of the chats, there is a direct link as well. Thank you, guys. Yes. Rosanna Navarro, thank you so much, sweetie.
Rosanna Navarro donated $10. Gonna browse the Merv after work. I got a short 13-minute mix of 70s 80s in my Rosanna Navarro account. Would like to hear your ideas if you liked it. Lol, last song no cutout. Copyrighted. Ha ha ha.
Wait, so what are we talking about? Music? I'm going to do another ghost. With little hands. I'm going to do a little ghost. Oh, yeah, Rosanna Navarro is going to do the music for the party. So, Rosanna Navarro, you're gonna be the DJ. You're gonna have to you're gonna meet up with Terry. And Rosanna just moved in with a ghost into the mansion. Ooh. So, Rosanna, I definitely think you got to go meet up with Terry. You got to set up the DJ booth, and then there's going to be a whole playlist. And I mean, you can go through a lot of different epochs and decades. I think we could use a little bit of awesome disco vibes. We could also go into the 80s, 90s. I mean, we could even do techno. I mean, the whole building complex is ours. It's not like anybody's going to complain about the noise. So we can do hardcore stuff music wise. We can do hardcore music because the whole like the entire territory is ours. There's nobody going to call the cops on us. So if we want to play loud music till like the cats come home, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So prepare a long ass list of music that we can actually play like at least 20 hours straight. Now, how are we going to stay awake for 20 hours? Well, it's YouTube after all, so I'm just going to say we're going to stay awake because we're going to take disco naps in between in the bathroom. So anyway, hi. Hi, Maria. Phoenix Mom says, it's me here, Rosanna. Oh, man. Blas says, how can I subscribe to Dacob? Well, if you're in the chats, you have already subscribed. But I think you mean, how can you become a member? You can push the join button next to what is the subscription button, and then that will lead you through the process of how you can become a member. But thank you so much for asking. Good old fog machine. Oh man, you know what, Phoenix Mom? This is a really good point that you're bringing up because you guys, just the other day, I was actually looking at a couple of fog machines. They're so nostalgic to me, but also like they're so cool. I love fog machines, but okay, but I also like what's it called? Cold ice? What's it called? Like when you do the cold ice fog machine where the fog stays very low to the ground, it doesn't fill up the whole room. Dry ice, maybe dry ice machine. The dry ice is super dangerous for little pets and animals because you don't want to inhale that; it can kill you, right? But it's good because it stays low for humans, so it doesn't fill up the whole room. But it has that heavy mist on the ground feel, used a lot in theater and stuff and in the movies. But the fog machine is really cool because it just kind of like blasts out a bunch of fog, then it stops, and then that smoke fills the whole room, and the whole room has this misty, mysterious atmosphere because then the fog dissipates and you see people in the room, but everybody's slightly, you know, actually, let me tell you something. Listen, Linda. No, no, no. Listen, Linda. The fog machines of today is Photoshop, okay, and Facetune. Oh, yes, because back in the day when there was no internet and there were no apps, you would go to a party in the club, and honey, the fog machine would do its job. The fog machine would retouch you. Oh, yes, that fog would make you look 10 years younger. Take it from a 237-year-old vampire. The fog would make you look cute. Except, you know what I'm saying? The dimmed lights also help everybody looked sexy in the club with the fog machines and the low lights and the strobe lights even. Oh yes, Adrian of Sydney says, "What? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fog machines. I'm telling ya. I'm telling ya, it's a good idea. We should have the fog machines at our party." All right, Terry. It has been decided we're going to install those freaking fog machines in your place and we'll go. Those fog machines are gonna make us look, honey, like we didn't age a day. It's like a filter, totally, Robbie. It is the OG filter. The fog machine is literally the Instagram filter before internet. Period. Those were the days, Robbie. Real fog machines, Phoenix Mom. Real. Phoenix Mom is like, real ones, baby. I like the smell of fog. Oh, me too. I love the smell of fog machines. Yeah. Teresa says, or just vape. Well, that's the modern day version of it, but that's just a little bit of fog. Debbie says, we were cute back then, though. Yes, but not everybody else was. And, it made them cute. So it just made it, the choice was vaster. You see what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, would we have looked better in the past? It's more about, we embraced a lot of other people back in the day that today you wouldn't, honey, because today you see them all on the apps. They're all retouched. They all look like they were built in a cyborg um, laboratory for perfectly symmetric human beings. Okay. Then you see those mofos in real life. They look like the hunchback of Notre Dame. And you're like, this is your picture online and this is you in real life. Well, we'll go. You know what I mean? But with the fog machines, different, different, different. Yeah, different because, you were there in the same room and that fog created a tension. It created a little something, magical. Yeah, Teresa McGuire says fog machine and techno music take us back to late 80s, early 90s. A little Depeche Mode. Yeah, Terry. Just a smidge. Just a smidge of Depeche Mode, just a smidge. I'm taking a ride with my best friend. Yeah, and then we, Fade to gray, love it, Deborah. Add that to the list. Oh yes, everyone looks the same now, says Kate. Yeah, everyone looks like a Kardashian today. So boring. When they turn on the ugly lights at last call, oof, Robbie, that's the point. That's the whole shtick. You gotta leave the club before they turn on the lights at the last call. You have to leave with whoever you want to leave with before the lights go on, and you gotta leave while it's still night outside so that you don't see them in the daylight. You gotta only see them in the night. After the fog machine, only the night. You do what you got to do, and then in the next morning, you wake up, you don't look at them, you do your walk of shame. You stand up from the bed. You do not look back, honey. We do not look back. We only look forward. We do not look back. Okay? That's my presidential election campaign slogan. Now you know what it means. We don't look back. It's the morning after. Okay? That's the true meaning of the slogan. We don't look back. And we walk forward, okay, with the same ratchet, sweaty clothes from yesterday. And we do the walk of shame. A little spritz of perfume, a little Chanel Paris Paris, a little, does my breath smell? Ah, who cares? I was sucking on something. And you go home. Or you go to work, which is even more debilitating. That's why I say, if you at work have a little desk, your little private space, always keep a toothbrush and toothpaste at your desk, in your drawer, at all times. And if you can lock your desk drawer, also to protect whatever's inside, when you're not at work, I would also recommend putting in a little one of those travel spray perfumes, just to freshen up, to zhuzh up. A deodorant wouldn't be bad either. Yeah. A deodorant, a little perfume. You could even have samples of perfumes, that you can kind of choose and pick as you're going to work. Walk of shame. And you zhuzh it up, you're perky, you're cute, you're dainty. You act dainty. You come to work all, after the fog machine night, and then you're all dainty, you see. And then, oh yes, Robbie, the aspirin is a must. You have to have the aspirin as well. Asaph, 4711 is a really good choice because it's not an expensive cologne, but it's a really good one for these moments because it's very citrusy. It perks you up. It makes you feel and smell fresh. And it doesn't break the bank. Because you guys, you can get a little bottle for like $7, Sometimes they really go on sale. So that's a kind of a good thing. We'll go. And you don't have a $500 perfume at work. You have a cheapie that's a good quality one. Nectarine Man says a pal did that on a night out in a different city. He couldn't believe the photos. Nectarine Man, I'm telling you, that's, first of all, but also the photos. No, you see, back in the day, there were no photos. That's the beauty of it. There were no smartphones. There was no, let me secretly take a snapshot of this mofo. No. There was only good old analog film, good old analog film. You might have had one of those cameras with those cheap Kodak one mono use cameras with a flash integrated. Those photos looked like they came out of a dirty aquarium. Okay, once you developed them. But there was no smartphone moment. There was no. Sure, you had a Polaroid. Yeah. But Polaroids, not modern day Polaroids, old school Polaroids. And I have a big Polaroid collection. I collect Polaroids. Maybe you didn't know. Now you know. Um, Old school Polaroids, they have a very soft grain, film grain to them. Old school Polaroids actually uh, almost give you like a soft blur on your skin. They reduce fine lines, all the wrinkles are gone, in other words, and they make you just look youthful and beautiful. Polaroids are fabulous. Polaroids are a fabulous means of photography. No wonder why Andy Warhol loved them so much, not just because they were instant and matched his artistic vision and concept of 5 minutes of fame, but also because he knew that his subjects, including himself, because he did not look pretty in real life, but on Polaroids, he looked less ugly. Let's just put it that way. Okay, and everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. But honey, let me tell you, Andy needed a Polaroid picture because, like, anyway, so that's that. Yeah. Kate says, I love those huge cameras. Holly says, let memories be present moments and move forward. Yes, honey. We document too much of our lives these days. Oof, don't I know it? So annoying. Oh, hi, Rich Mitch. You want to show us an anal leg? Okay, Rich Mitch, show us. That's what they used at the factory. Yes, they did. Still have my parents' Polaroid. Loves it, says Kate. Yeah, they're cool. Polaroids are cool. I actually miss film. Me too, Robbie. Andy Warhol, snap, Deborah. Nectarine Man says hello. Hi, Karen B. Hi. Hello, Dacob. Hello, everyone in the chats. Hi, sweetie. Oh, notification coming in. Okay. I've got a Polaroid of the black cat, Bonbon. So sweet. She was fat in the middle and skinny at the ends, like a bonbon. Oh, so cute. Oh, okay. Um, I've got a Polaroid of the black cat. So anyway, um, Bubbles says, "Hey Karen B, glad you made it to Dacob's stream." Oh, look at Bubbles being all polite. Well, that's rare. I mean, she's not often that polite, but yeah. Well, anyway, you guys, let me do a topic because we'll go. As the bros keep waiting for this perfume review. Oh, did I have fun reviewing that one? Stay tuned, coming soon. We'll go. You could not retouch instant pitches. Teresa, actually you can. You can. So but like for spooky stuff, you can. You have to heat up the polar, but it's kind of dangerous. I don't recommend doing it because there are chemicals in there. But what you do is you heat it up with a hair blower from the back, and then with a pencil, not sharp pencil, like very, very unsharp and round it off. You start kind of drawing around your eyes and nose and face, and you can kind of push all of the pigments around, and you could kind of deform the face and create like monstrous things. And you can also retouch very gently. You can smooth stuff out. You can push, the cheeks inwards. You can appear thinner even. So Polaroids actually can be retouched a little bit as they're drying. IYKYK. Yeah, yeah. hmm What do you know? Uh, so let's start with a light one. Let's talk about Versace. How about that, y'all? And the end of luxury. What can I say? Yes. Oh my God, Holly, you guessed it. First topic, Versace. Yep. Yeah, it's a light one. I mean, relatively light topic. Well, I mean, light for our standards, not for the person who was, involved. Yeah, let's get to 1,000. Oh my God, we're not even at 100 likes. I know the live stream is super late. Everybody's pissed, so nobody wants to thumb it up. But still, come on, help a hoe out. Thank you. And yes. All right. So the first topic is Versace, and I do have. Okay, got it. Mahora. Wait, is Versailles in Italian? No. Okay. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Versace, or as some like to call it, Versace or Versace, is at it again. Oh boy. The end of luxury, honey. The desperation of that company, though. Now they're charging customers to purchase and pay for things that they didn't want to buy in the first place. Ooh, let's get to it. First, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun, come join the chats. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. So, a TikToker, and yes, every time we reference these scenarios of something that happened to some customer and the customer complains and the complaint goes viral, you don't see it happening anymore on Instagram. You don't see it happening anymore on YouTube or on Twitter. All of this happens on TikTok, alas. So TikToker Streetwear Latte has been gone to Versace. And first of all, I mean, okay, so he was checking out their porcelana. Yeah. Now, a German brand, Rosenthal, makes Versace porcelana, but quite tacky, if you ask me. But popular because Johnny's baroque prints and motifs and what have you. Mind you, expensive stuff. So they gave Mr. Dude a cup, okay, a teacup with a porcelain lid to look at. Now, he claims, allegedly, that he wanted to see the teacup, and then the teacup had a weird lid, and then the sales associate, I'll show you all the receipts in just a second. Let me briefly explain the sitch with you, and then we're going to go through it in detail. So he asks the sales associate to see the cup. They give him the cup with the lid, and then they don't just like lift it up and show it to him. Oh, little, who am I? If you know, down below, Easter egg moment. And he takes the cup, but I don't know if he tilts it or if they tilt it, and as he's holding it at an angle, the lid just slides off, falls, and breaks. So they then proceed at Versace to tell him, well, we'll go. Now we want you to pay. You got to pay for this. You did done yourself dirty. Now pay $500 for this ratchet old mug, which lid you hath doth brokeneth. Now, let me show you pictures. First of all, we'll go. So these are his hands, allegedly, in a portion of his TikTok video, right? Where he shows what happened. So this is the lid of the mug, and when it fell out of his hand, well, he held the cup in his hands, but he states that this lid is not solidly placed on the mug, and he states that the sales associates are scamming people to hold the mugs so that they would break, to hold them in a way that the lid would slide off. So in his video, he keeps trying to show us, look how easy the lid slides off. Mind you, he's at home here, allegedly, right? He's at home with the broken teacup and the broken lid. Well, the teacup isn't broken, the lid is. The Medusa broke off. Oh, honey, if I was that Medusa, I would have decapitated myself too, because being on this way. So, but we'll go. Thumb up the video while yeah. Subscribe, give a hoe help a hoe out. Come on. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. Can we get some subbies up in here? So anyway, this Medusa threw in the towel, kicked the bucket, gave back the teaspoon. You catch my drift. But then the sales associate said, ya break it, ya pay ferret. Now I'm all for the fact that, okay, if you're not well, all I'm saying is, for example, if you have tiny toddlers, little kids, you do not take them into a porcelain shop. You don't take them in a store where everything is made of glass, thin porcelain, and crystals. You don't. Okay. So what I'm saying is, like, some things, it is the fault of the customer. If the customer goes in with kids and the kids aren't well educated, they touch everything and break stuff, that would also make you pay. What the heck? But then you would use the excuse and say, but it's a child, they don't know any better. Yeah, well, you're a parent, you should know better. Don't take your kid to a porcelain store. But the guy was apparently not there with kids. He was there alone. And he claims that they're doing this as a scam, giving customers these mugs to hold in their hands but they're not warning the customer that the lid just slides off the second you tilt it a little bit. And so he thinks that they're doing this to a lot of people, and he's asking on TikTok, has Versace done this to anybody else? Did they try to let you hold one of these teacups with the lid as well? And did yours slide off as well? And did they make you pay for it as well? Let me show you more pictures. So here he says he accidentally broke a $500 Versace cup and had to pay ferret. Deborah C in the chat says, how to lose customers long term. Robbie says, duh, check for a seal first, like the covered mugs at World Market. They have a rubber seal inside. Robbie, you're completely right, but you can't expect everybody to know this. And also, maybe, and this is what this gentleman at the end of his video also says. He's like, hey, Versace, instead of giving your customers these sliding lids, maybe you should tape them? Unless you're not running a scam here and you're trying to let every customer break one of these unsellable cups so that they're forced to pay for them, you see? What do you guys think? Do you think this was a scam on Versace's end, or do you think that this was just a clumsy customer? Let me show you the next picture. So he says he feels scammed for the $500 cup that he paid for. And again, you see the Barocco print and the Medusa is there in the hand. Holy Grace says, can we vow to never normalize a $500 cup? LOL. Deborah C says, how ironic, as the Medusa lost her head. I know, right? Classic fashion bunker humor. You're my people. Thumb up the video. Next picture. So we'll go. So this is the cup and this is the lid. Right? And that used to be the Medusa. And so this lid, so in the video, he's constantly like showing us, he's dangling it. They'll show you the collection. They let you hold the cup. And then he's like dangling it and showing us like how easily it flies off. And here it is. He's like doing this. And as he does this lid, which you can see here, the cup doesn't have any perforation. The cup doesn't have, I understand what he's saying, you guys, because if you look at the cup, it's completely shiny. The rim, yeah, it's completely shiny. There are no raw edges. Honey, this is a smooth rim. Yeah. And then the lid is just like kind of laying on top of it and it just whoop, slides off like nothing. And then it falls and breaks. We'll go, honey. You got to know how to deal with the rim. That's shiny. Next picture. So, and then here, okay, so here he says the lid will slide itself. You know, I'm sorry, Mr. TikToker, but like with every new frame you show me, it gets harder and harder for me to avoid the pun. Really, because this one, oh my God, you're handing me the pun on a silver platter, and I do not want to get my channel deleted. But this is gold. Use your imagination. So anyway, the lid will slide itself. And it did. And then the next picture, he says, Versace, put safety tape on your cup next time. Thanks. Little condom. Had to. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the thing, you guys. Here's the little tape. You see it? He's now showing Versace. He's like, hey, Versace, maybe next time put a little strip of tape on one side and then on the other side of the cup as well before you hand it over to a customer so that it doesn't fall and break. Like, I get it. But do you guys think this was a scam? Do you think that Versace employees need the money? Because it is the end of luxury era after all. All of these brands are struggling to make ends meet, allegedly. Is this their way of making money now? Making you break the cup so that you pay the cup? You know? Holy Grace says, I think it's safe to say it's cheap crap. Well, we'll go. I mean, also, aren't they insured? Isn't Versace insured? You would think that they would be insured. Maybe the insurance costs more if you're dealing in glassware, porcelain, because obviously that stuff is more fragile than if you were dealing with wood or metal. Probably, I don't know. But aren't they insured against like accidental break of sorts? I mean, come on, forcing the I don't know what the laws are in the country where this gentleman lives, but I would think that there's maybe a law against accidental, like against forcing a person to purchase something. Maybe they made him feel super guilty, so he ended up purchasing it, but I would not have purchased it. Me? No. No. I mean, well, first of all, I have handled very delicate objects in the past. So I personally would have never tilted the cup. Okay, I would have held the cup up, I would have put my hand on it, and then I would have tilted it. I would have taken the top off and then tilted it, like, first of all. Second of all, if the store associate gave me the mug with the top and didn't hand it over to me protecting the top, but just with one hand handed it over to me and tilted it so that I would take it at an angle. And if I took it at an angle and then the thing fell off, I would have known it was the fault of the sales associate because they set me up. They did me dirty. And if then they wanted me to pay for it, I would be like, oh no, honey. Oh no, honey. You did not walk around this store and behave like you're the Tower of Pisa. Yeah? And you're handing me the mug as if I was the Tower of Pisa. I ain't. I got a sense of stability. Thank you very much. Okay? And I have a sense of gravity. Okay? You don't. So I'm not going to pay for the fact that you're walking around the store like this. That's your problem. Period. So no, I would not have paid. And had they made an issue about it and called the cops, I'd be like, fine, call the cops. Call the cops. What are you going to do? Period. No, I would not have paid and done. Done. There you go. Thank you. Let me know your thoughts down below. And help a hoe out. Subscribe. Thumb up the video. See you soon. Take care. Bye. Never go up on love. Bye. Yeah, they're patronizing people. And again, we're talking about the end of luxury here because it's like these brands have money. You do not trust them. Exactly, Mahora. They mugged him. You do not trust them to when they tell you, oh, business isn't doing very well. Oh, the brand is suffering. What the brand is suffering? The brand has multi-billion-dollar stores worldwide, brand teams, brand marketing teams, PR teams. Do you think Donatella Versace rides a bicycle to work? You think when she flies across the globe to go to certain events that she travels coach? No, honey, they got the money for first class and private jets. Of course they do. So you think that's a company that's in trouble? No, they just don't want to pay the right people. Sorry, not sorry. So there you go. Sick and tired of this. Seriously. Exactly. Patronizing people. Earn a $500 this one time, but lose a customer for life. Crazy tactics. Yeah. But who knows? There's a sucker born every minute. Hi, the Ben. How's it going? Personally, I'd refuse to pay, says the Nectarine Man. Adrian of Sydney says they can write it off in their taxes. Deborah C says, yes, it's desperation by the sales associates. Phoenix Mom, nobody spoke about the CCTV, so I do not know. But I would think that the store has a security camera, except this gentleman did not talk about security camera. Maybe he didn't think about telling them, hey, let's see the CCTV footage, because I can prove my case. I did not do this purposefully. It was an accident, blah, blah, blah. Or even worse, I think it was the sales associates that they were guilty. Anyway. For all of you just tuning in now, thumb up the live stream. And, well, what do you know? The merch is here. This year's limited edition Halloween merch, available until the 31st of October, is finally here, you guys. Fry me to the moon with the Baconator and the butter. With the moon. The Woogo Woogo turns Boogo Boogo as Bubbles dresses as a ghost, and the sirens are telling us to beware, for the price increase is nigh. And then we have luxury sucks. Not just because luxury sucks these days, but also because if we embrace luxury, it sucks our wallets dry. That's the Gorish collection of the Fashion Bunker Halloween merch. Those are the 4 prints. But they're available on a plethora of different objects, whether they be mugs, hoodies, t-shirts, crop tops, long sleeve t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts, pillows, t-shirts for men, for women, jackets, nylon jackets, a plethora available at www.superdacob.com or at your local Amazon in your country. Not every country's Amazon has my collection. To check if your country has it, search on Amazon under Super Dacob Halloween. There you go. I hope you like the designs. I have a couple of examples here that I've ordered, samples. I have the Luxury Sucks t-shirt. This one I got off of Amazon, for example. There you go. This one has a very detailed design. I mean, we're talking, look at those teeth, honey. Look at those. I'm going to try to do this without making it dirty. Okay. Ciao. There you go. Whoop. No, not working. Ooh, okay. Look at those teeth. Look at that print, honey. Ah, gorgeous. I mean, the detail. Can we talk? And the lips. There you go. Loving it. And then I also have the sample here of the, and they're big samples because I ordered three extra large for me. I want them to be ginormous. I could have done 5 XL. I do have some t-shirts, but they're like really, really huge then. Here's Boogo Boogo. This is Bubbles dressed as a ghost. Super cute. So So there you go. That's the new merch collection. You know what happens every year. Every year, everybody's waiting, 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 waiting. And then all of a sudden it's over. The collection is gone. And everybody's like, oh, no, I missed out. Don't miss out. Get it now because it's Halloween is around the corner, you guys. It's only 1.5 months to go. And then the collection is gone for good. You know how it is. We've been doing this for years now. The collection is a one-off thing. When it's gone, it's gone. Next year, if we're still all here, we're going to do a new one. Every year we do a new Halloween collection, but we don't repeat the same designs twice. So if you see something you like, grab it now at www.superdacob.com. Or if your country's Amazon carries it, you can also grab it on Amazon. However, also on Amazon, the selection is smaller of different cuts. On my website, you got a ton of them. Okay. A ton of different like designs, like the mugs and all that other stuff. So, what are my thoughts on Guerlain, Shelimar, Millesime, Jasmine? I did not try it yet. I did receive last week the email. Guerlain sent me an email saying, do you want to pre-test this by pre-ordering it? I was like, no. I'm not going to blind purchase it. If I see it at a Guerlain counter, I will gladly smell it. And if I love it, I will buy it. But I did not smell it yet, so I don't know how it smells. I do love my millesime, Shalimar millesime d'Iris from last year, so I'm very happy with that one. Yeah, I would be glad to add another millesime to my collection, but it's not a must. You know what I mean? If I manage to smell it, I'll be glad to smell it. There you go. Oh, Karen, the mug you do have in the UK at the Super Dacob website. The mug is not on Amazon. Oh, it's not? Why not? Well, why wasn't I informed about this? UK doesn't do the mug? Hold on, Karen. Hold on. No, the mug is not available in the UK for some reason, you guys. That doesn't mean that it's not going to become available. It just seems that the UK doesn't carry that mug. That is bizarre. Well, sorry about that. I don't know why that is, though. Oh, you know what? I just blame Brexit for everything. Because before Brexit, people from the UK could order the UK merch, and then they would send it off from the Netherlands to the UK. It would all be connected, right? And now that you can't do that. Yeah, no, Ben, I don't know if they can top millesime Iris, but millesime Iris is really, really lovely. I enjoy it a lot. I really enjoy it a lot. So I'm like, I don't want to spoil the magic. I love jasmine, but like, I almost feel it's too fast. I think they should have waited one more year before bringing out a new millesime because I have the feeling it was just yesterday that I bought millesime Iris. And now they're already bringing out the next one and I'm like it's a little bit too fast for me. They're moving too fast for me. I don't like being put under pressure. I don't like to, of course I'll try it. Like I said, if I pass by a Guerlain counter and I see it, I will gladly smell it. But I'm not going to go out of my way to, at any cost, blindly purchase it. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that type of crazy FOMO purchasing, because it really makes me upset. Because I don't want to feel bad later. Oh, hi, Johnny. You're in Paris? Oh, Johnny, you're in gay old Paris. Love it over here. Going to Roucambon tomorrow. XOXO. Cha. Johnny, you're like 3 years too late. But okay. Have fun. Let us know how it went on the next live stream if you can manage to tune in. And let us know if you've seen Jacqueline the Moose or somebody else going in and out of the store, Let us know if you can gather any intel about who's going to be their next artistic director. Period. Ah, Ben, I have a couple of samples of Dior's Jasmine des Anges, the angel jasmine. Oh, that's your top jasmine. Uh-huh. I'd be curious how this would compete. Yeah. I mean, my favorite jasmine is number five, Chanel number five, and Joy, Jean Patou's Joy, just because it's so indolic. But then every perfume has jasmine in it nowadays, almost every perfume. So it's kind of hard to like, but I do love the jasmine in Chanel number five. Parfum, the extrait of Chanel number five. Yes, Johnny, all eyes and ears. When you enter that boutique, peripheral vision, eyes, ears, everything. you know, there you go. Oh man. Well, their Tonka millesime was terrible in my opinion. Vanilla millesime, meh. Iris was great. Okay. Yeah. Jasmine is probably going to be amazing as well, but we'll go. You know. Yeah. Yeah, number five is a beautiful, but the extrait of number five, that's the jasmine for me. That is like the smin, period. So now, um, I have another topic for you guys, and that would be uh, the end of luxury. Yeah. And you know what? Sadly, I'm leaving the chat now to go grocery shopping. I'll watch again later. Bye, everyone. Enjoy the live stream. Oh, bye, Karen. Thank you so much for being with us. And Dacob, any wish from newest Vivienne Westwood collections? I like the Anita bag, very classic, flap like. My opinion. No, at the moment not, Brenda. When I buy Vivienne Westwood, usually I go for the World's End pieces, which are quite rare and you can't really get them online. You got to get them in the Westwood boutiques or at World's End London. And then sometimes I like some new version of their classic shapes, like the boxer jacket, the Marlene jacket, the Clint Eastwood bomber. But I have all of those, so it's kind of like the Poor Point bombers, the drunken tailored pants, the squiggle shirts, the pirate shirts. Like those are the things I love, and they're kind of the sashes, the toga dresses, which are also shirts. Like those are the ones, and kind of all the iterations of those that I love a lot, or some like really, really special pieces that they make as one-off or prototypes, which were originally conceived during her sex era, her punk latex era, um, that then get revisited from time to time. So currently I would say no, but then I know that everything goes on sale anyway, so I'm going to wait until after Christmas and then I'm going to see, maybe there's something I like, you know. Oh, ASAP, yeah, boudoir is amazing, but discontinue. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, it's difficult, really, you guys. Oh, thanks, Jacob. Got to get ready for another crazy Monday morning in New York. Such a pleasure to see you, my friend. Oh, let me know when you're in New York City. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And uh, what were we talking about, Vivian? So I think when it comes to Vivian, really the best is if you can do the World's End logo stuff. They don't have many pieces, but the pieces they have are really Vivian DNA, you know? So, and they're usually simpler pieces and they cost a little bit less as well, but they're awesome. Really marked up in America. You're much more lucky if you can get them in Europe because they're going to cost way less, but there you go. World's End. That's the place. But like stuff that costs like $300 in Europe is going to be $500 in the States. Almost double. So, not good to buy them in the States. Unfortunately, because the world's end items never go on sale because they already cost like less, right? So there's that to consider. It's also annoying. But anyway, bear that in mind. Let's do the next topic. Now, and while you're thumbing up the video, thank you. European luxury. So I can combine this one with the Chanel topic, with the interview, no? Yes, okay. Sorry, I was itchy. Didn't want to damage the makeup. Professional scratch. I don't do this at home. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Dacob is here. Welcome back to my channel, The End of Luxury. And it's a topic that, you know what, we never tire of talking about it. Why? Because we're in the midst of the process of the end of luxury. And I got to say thank you to everybody who has watched my latest video on the topic. Thank you for the lovely, lovely, lovely comments and thoughtful comments and thought-provoking comments. I mean, we were talking about the fact that at the end of the day, these luxury brands that are kind of signaling through the news and also through their sales associates to the customers, oh, we're having difficulties with sales. We're struggling with sales. We might have to minimize our sales spaces. They're almost making it sound like it's a charitable act if you buy something from them to help the brand out. You understand? Like, to help the brand out. What are you talking about? All of these luxury brands are multi-million-dollar corporations, and some of them are billion-dollar corporations. Help them out. With what? Don't forget, guys, subsidize. When you go to purchase something in these brands, that's your hard-earned money that you spend there. When these brands that are very rich declare problems with earnings, they ask for subsidies from the government. The government then helps them out because the government wants to keep them in business because it's a good image for the country. Also because they think, well, then they're going to pay taxes. Yeah, but subsidizing these brands that are in trouble, these multi-million-dollar brands and sometimes multi-billion-dollar brands, helping them out, you know what that means? That means that the government gives them taxpayer money. How else is the government going to subsidize them? So they're giving them your money, okay? Your taxes that you paid, they're giving them to the poor brands who are having difficulties earning the billions this year. That's insane. It's insanity. So, anyway, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already and thumb up the video. And of course, if all the multi-billion corporations would actually be paying taxes instead of finding loopholes to never pay taxes, then we would be living in a different world today where maybe, just maybe, sometimes financial aid from the government would also flow from these big corporations' taxes to help people out. But since it's usually the little man who's left paying all the taxes for everybody, then what are you going to do? Of course, we're worried. You understand? You know what I mean? So anyway, well, here's another article from the South China Morning Post saying, listen to this, Linda, European luxury shares suffer 240 billion US dollars as Chinese forego high-priced goods. China's rich, who once flocked to upscale boutiques in Paris, Milan, and Hong Kong, may not return amid the economy's downward spiral. So now European brands, luxury brands, and of course also some American luxury brands are kind of like, oh, what are we going to do now? Oh, we invested so much in especially into China and a lot of Asia, because a lot of clients had a lot of money there. And then seems that post-pandemic and post-lockdowns, a lot of these customers have not returned to our brands. And we kept opening boutiques like crazy. And now we've seen situations where Tiffany announced that they're going to downsize their presence in China by even reducing the size of certain boutiques or closing down half the boutiques, which you know what that means. Also firing most of the staff. So, and Tiffany belongs to LVMH. You can understand before LVMH takes a stab at the pockets of the owner of LVMH, Mr. Bernard Arnault, they will first and foremost try to get rid of any form of extra money. They would try to minimize costs as much as possible in order to maximize profits. If, in order to maximize profits, they got to get rid of the little man, they will. They're not going to let you keep your job if it's not profitable for them. Don't you worry, honey. They don't even care about your name, who you are, how many kids you have. You're a number. And if you don't help them bring in more money, bye, see ya. Don't want to be ya. So anyway, after enduring almost a $250 billion hit to their market value in recent months, Europe's luxury firms may see their stock market clout wane further as China's downturn worsens, the article says. And they also say, so once seen as Europe's answer to the US Magnificent Seven tech megacaps, shares in companies producing high-end clothing, handbags, and jewelry are languishing, sapped by a spending slump. Even more ominous are signs that China's rich, who once flocked to upscale boutiques in Paris, Milan, and Hong Kong, may not return, their appetite for pricey items extinguished by the economy's downward spiral. And I don't think that we can blame it all on the economy, to be honest with you, because let's be frank with each other for a second. We have been tired. There is something that we in the luxury community here on the tubes also call luxury fatigue and fashion fatigue. People are tired. And this is, you guys, when are the brands going to finally take accountability? This is not just about saying, oh, the economy's bad, inflation. People are still spending money. Let's be clear here. The problem is also that a lot of these brands have exaggerated with their launches. You know, we used to have from these luxury brands 2 collections a year. So you had time. You had your still very quick turnaround. 6 months goes by like this. So, but still, you had 6 months to think about things and savor the collection and enjoy it and buy. Now, they do 10 collections a year, 12 collections a year. So now you're bombarded with new shit every month, and sometimes even every 2 weeks. We have luxury fatigue as consumers because we're oversaturated with it. And the designers working for these companies are also not really well paid, in my opinion. So they're also overworked. So you can imagine how these designers also can't really have enough time to take the time to develop new ideas, to develop new concepts, you know, to offer to the consumer something new, something fresh, something innovative. No, instead, they have no time. They got to churn out crappy collections every month to maximize profits for the billionaires, yeah? And then this is also why a lot of the times what happens is they kind of snatch a design here or there from smaller designers. The smaller designers then started saying, no, stop stealing from us. We're going to sue. The big corporations say, we got the money. We can hire a lawyer. You want a litigation with a multi-billion-dollar corporation and you're Mr. Nobody, you're the little man? Good luck. It's interesting, though, how these corporations, all of a sudden, when it comes to legal battles, all of a sudden they act almighty, like they got the money, and they threaten you, saying like, oh, we have the money to fight in court with you till the cows come home. So you'll be broke before you win. Interesting how the music changes, right? Then all of a sudden they have the money. But when it comes to them not earning their billions as their shareholders expected them to, oh, then they cry, we don't have the money. Oh, government, can you come and help pay the salaries of our workers? So wait a minute. So I thought you didn't have the money. Oh, but now you have the money to sue the little man whose ideas you stole. I see what's happening here. You guys, the system is rigged. This game is rigged. This is also one of the reasons why I say it's the end of luxury. This is disgusting. You guys, disgusting. And we keep paying it. And even if you're not buying their shit, when they go into trouble, right? They'll take help from the government. And the government will give them your tax money. So you're going to pay for them no matter what. Why? Because that's how the system is made. Happy? Yeah, this is fun. Fun life, fun life. So, this year is more volatile, the article says, and more painful because it comes after this excessive growth. Flavio Cereda, an investment manager at GAM UK, said, referring to the period immediately after the pandemic when consumers liberated from lockdowns splurged on shopping and travel. And now Burberry. Okay, Burberry is another travesty. Since they changed their artistic direction, terrible, terrible stuff in my opinion. Daniel Lee got to go yesterday. I don't know why they're keeping him. Whatever. Let them sink even deeper. Who cares? For Britain's iconic raincoat maker Burberry Group, the rout culminated in ejection from London's FTSE 100 stock index, with its market value down 70, that's 70% in the past year. While it is the only major brand to lose its index slot, a gouge of luxury shares compiled by Goldman Sachs has shed $240 billion in value from a March peak. Gucci owner Kering and Hugo Boss are the worst hit, shedding almost half their value in the past year. Kering, once a top 10 stock in France's CAC 40, I love how it's called CAC, CAC 40, index, now ranks 23rd. And industry giant LVMH, owner of Moet Hennessy and Louis Vuitton, also Dior, and Tiffany, which was Europe's largest company by market cap a year back, has now slid to second place. The deflation of the post-pandemic spending bubble was evident in recent earnings reports. Kering, Burberry, and Hugo Boss issued profit warnings, while at LVMH, quarterly organic revenue at its crucial leather goods unit grew just 1% versus 21% last year. Only brands catering to the ultra-wealthy, such as Hermès, International, and Brunello Cucinelli, escaped the full force of the earnings downturn. You see, again, at a certain point, also this reporting isn't correct in my opinion. I don't think that Hermès managed to still stand afloat and earn more because they were like only catering to the ultra rich. They're playing a different game. They have the Kelly and the Birkin, which are quota bags, and they know how to make you spend money before they offer you those quota bags, and people are very glad to oblige and play the game and buy a ton of other stuff before they can buy the other bag. Of course, Hermes was never going to admit to this. They will never publicly tell you this is how it's done because there's a lawsuit happening also in California where customers or citizens, I don't know if they're customers, but citizens have filed a class action lawsuit against Hermes, claiming in California that Hermes requires you to purchase other goods before they allow you or offer you the possibility to purchase their quota bags, being the Birkin Kelly, and in some cases, the Constance. So, you know, anyway, they say that that's not how the system works. It's not true that you have to purchase other things, but come on. In some countries, like in European countries, they have a different system set in place where you do not have to purchase things. In Paris, their flagship store has a lottery system that allows you to have an appointment in the leather goods section. And if they have the bag you're looking for that day, you're lucky. They might not tell you that they have that bag, even though they do have it in the back, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, other European countries work on a wish appointment system, which does work. You just have to be very patient, and it can take up to 1.5 years, but it does work. Um, so anyway, Hermes did not survive, in my opinion, just because of the ultra rich. Hermes survived because it has a totally different strategy. And also, Hermes did not up its prices like a crazy greedy biatch like these other brands did. Hermes kept it classy. They upped the prices just enough, but never like Chanel did. Oh, let me up 20% 2 times a year. Honey, Chanel has lost the plot many years ago, so we'll go. In fact, it's not even on this list, which is fascinating how the article doesn't even mention Chanel. Slower for longer. Gams Chereda, who co-manages a fund investing in luxury stock, is hopeful sales will pick up next year, at least to the mid-single digit levels that he said represent the sector's long-term trend. But what if weaker revenue and tighter profit margins are the new normal? Some reckon that could be the case. This is an interesting point, and this is what I believe is the case. You see, just because these brands got greedy during the pandemic and everybody's wealth checks or whatever checks were coming in, and they thought, oh, let's up the prices now, let's milk the people for whatever they're worth. By doing so, you are also elevating the amount that your shareholders and stockholders expect you to grow in the next year. Your 20 to 30% growth. But if you up the prices so exponentially, you should have warned your shareholders and told them, well, this is a buffer that we're creating for the hard times to come ahead. So be warned, we're going to have a slump coming in. Or you could have been more healthy and steady, and you could have kept your prices steady this whole time. You wouldn't be in this pickle right now because your prices are too high. You have outpriced yourself out of the market because you were greedy and because you overproduced and your quality control started slacking. And in some cases, I've received intel, allegedly, that they fired entire quality control departments in certain brands. So you know what that means. Maximizing profits yet again. Then they tell you sustainability. We're trying to be more sustainable. What do? They start producing lower quality, shitty packaging. Chanel shopping bags. Did you see them now? They look like toilet paper. Toilet paper. And they say they're biodegradable. Sustainability. I'm like, call a spade a spade. That bag is made with 1/100th of the money that you invested in your bags just a couple of years prior. Don't say sustainability. Here you're just trying to maximize profits and save money. Come on. Quit lying to the customers. Quit lying. We're not that stupid. I mean, we might love these brands, and in some cases we're willing to close an eye or two, when we see that stuff isn't really, the quality isn't really there, things aren't really the best, blah, blah, blah. Sure, okay, we can let it pass. We can let it slide. But then when you start really scamming us and really gouging the prices and really pushing it to the point where we start feeling like you really think we're that stupid. Oh, now you're making fun of us. Now you're making fun of the customer. And their interviews, oh, and we strive towards perfection, savoir-faire, savoir-faire. You're going to hear Lena Nair and Bruno Pavlovsky always talk about savoir-faire. Oh, Chanel savoir-faire. Girl, what savoir-faire? The only savoir-faire, you know what savoir-faire means in French? Know-how. Okay, a literal translation. Know-how. So what do you know how to do? You know how to take that money and laugh while you're counting it on your way to the bank. So once upon a time, I agree, Chanel's savoir-faire was about know-how to produce good quality luxury items. Now I feel every time I'm dealing with them, when it comes to their fashion department or when it comes to their accessory and leather department, I have the feeling that we're dealing with know-how to get money out of the customer and give them the least amount in return for the most amount of money they could possibly milk you for. That's the savoir-faire of most of these brands. Not all, most. My humble opinion only. So now they're starting to say, oh, you know what? Maybe we should start thinking that we're going to slow down long term. I'm like, really? So basically, what you're saying is you're just going to go back to how your growth was 5, 6 years ago, which is totally fine technically, but they're making it sound like that's poverty. I'm like, how is that poverty? If 5 to 6 years ago you were reporting positive growth. So if you're going to go back to the numbers that you were doing 5 or 6 years ago, and now you're claiming that's poverty for your standards, what was it 6 years ago? Yeah, I know things were cheaper back then and you weren't growing so much and you had less boutiques. Okay, so close down a few boutiques, limit your production. Maybe your quality will finally go up a little. And how about lowering your prices? You're too proud to lower your prices? So what you going to do? You're going to keep firing people instead to kind of counter the impact, the economical impact on your brand? But don't worry, the CEOs and the top stuff, they're still going to keep earning their money and their bonuses. They're just going to fire the little man. Of course, you're disposable goods, people. Disposable goods. Get it in your heads. That's what you are. That's how they're going to treat you until the cows come home. What do you know? You heard about that lady who was found dead in her office. 4 days she's been dead at her desk. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. 4 days later, they're like, oh, something smells. What is this? She'd been decomposing for 4 days in her office. Nobody cared. Okay? We are kettle. Disposable goods, people. Period. Tiffany & Co., LVMH's premium jewelry brand, is seeking to halve the size of its flagship Shanghai outlet. Bloomberg reported Hong Kong's luxury malls, which once lured big spending Chinese, are nearly empty, and in Switzerland, watchmakers are seeking state aid to counter dwindling exports. We have also spoken about this in another video of mine, so go check that out on my channel as well. What many analysts share, Puss's view, cutting estimates for profit and share prices. Bank of America's Ashley Wallace said consensus expectations for the second half of the year may be too high, while Morgan Stanley's Edward Aubin named LVMH and Richemont as particularly vulnerable to the China slowdown, reducing his share targets for the firms. Some see a silver lining in slightly more palatable share valuations, while the MSCI Europe Textiles, Apparel and Luxury Goods Index still trades at a hefty premium to the MSCI Europe Gauge. It is well off the boom time levels of 2021. The sector clearly has competitive advantages longer term, so down cycles are probably the best time to invest. Morningstar analyst Yelena Sokolova said. She said she sees an opportunity in Kering, predicting that strong brand recognition will enable Gucci to capitalize when the turnaround finally materializes. What turnaround? Capitalize on what? Gucci is on nobody's radar because the designer sucks doing what they're doing, in my opinion, at Gucci at the moment. They need to change their artistic direction. I mean, so there you go. There's that. No, they're always making it sound like it's always our fault. It's the customer's fault. When we're buying too much, then they say it's our fault because we're bastardizing the brand. They want to be more exclusive, so they're going to up their prices to weed out the middle class. They want to be more exclusive, so it's our fault when we buy too much. Then when we stop buying, it's our fault that the brands are doing shitty economically. Okay, so they're going to ask subsidizing to the government, and the government is going to give them our taxpayer money to help these assholes out. So it was our fault again because we didn't buy enough. So what do you want? Luxury brands. You don't want us to buy too much. You don't want us to buy too little. You just want us to buy just the right amount. You want to tell us what exactly we should buy, how often we should buy it, when we should buy it, how much we should buy it, what color, shape, object we should buy. Like, And in some cases, you also want to control what we're allowed to and not allowed to post on social media. And some brands go even so far to even control you and block you if they see that what you bought in their store you did not like. And since you have the policy of non-returnable shit, then the person decides to sell it pre-loved. The brand finds out that the customer was selling the stuff pre-loved and they block the customer from the brand. Oh, I see. So now so luxury brands, call a spade a spade. You want your customers to behave as if they were your employees, pardon me. So you want the customer to behave and act and have the rights of an employee. In other words, you want to control your customer. Well, that ain't going to happen. You're not dictating this hoe. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Subscribe to my channel, share this intel, share this information, because who else is spreading this news? Other influencers online that are going to sit and sell you shit on their channels? Little tiny sponsorships with some crappy whatever the hell they're selling you, yeah? And they're going to, everything is lovely, everything is roses and flowers, everything is beautiful. There's nothing wrong in this world. Everything is good, everything is dandy, no negative thoughts, no critical thinking whatsoever. There's like half a brain cell still functioning in their heads, if at all. They are motorized bots repeating whatever the brands are fueling them to tell you. And you just keep getting more and more brainwashed. You think anybody gives a flying F if you end up just dying in front of your screen while you're watching one of those videos and you're that person who ends up being dead in your apartment for 4 or 5 days until they finally find you laying there because the stench is so strong that your neighbors couldn't stand it anymore? And only once they couldn't stand it anymore did they actually call the police. Because that's what you are to these brands and these corporations. You're nothing. Nothing. You're a nuisance. Best would be you just gave them your money in exchange for no product whatsoever. They don't want to deal with you. You are a peasant to them. So the best case scenario for them is to claim that they're having economical struggles. You see, it's the fault of the consumer who's not buying anymore. So what happens then? Then they can claim help from the government. And that's how they found a way to get your money without giving you any product in return, because they will take your tax money from the government to help the brand pick its ass up from the floor. And you get nothing in return. You get to watch. You get to, as long as you can afford internet, as long as you can afford having a computer or whatever you need to turn on the internet to watch what's happening, you're allowed to watch. You're not allowed to touch. You're allowed to be milked for whatever you're worth, and you're worth very little. Very little. And that's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles, and that's how the system is rigged. And don't you worry, all the big brands that are crying now in the news, oh, we have to downsize our stores. They have enough money, however, to pay their lawyers to sue you if they need to, and they have enough money to send off lobbyists, you see, in the capitals of the states to lobby for laws that would benefit their brands, their corporations. The money's there to lobby. Don't you worry. The money is there for promotion, for advertisement, brand marketing, and lawyers. The money's just not there to pay their little person, the sales associates, the cleaning ladies. The money's not there for that. No. The money's there for the few that are manipulating the game, rotating the wheels constantly. And what are we doing? We're sitting here watching each other make stupid videos online, making fun of each other, keyboard warrioring away, typing away. You're so ugly today. Look at your long hair and your makeup, you faggot. What is this thing? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Type all the nasty stuff you want about me. That's all you're worth. You're worth shit. And so that's what you're going to give to the world. Your contribution to making the world a better place is literally defecating that half brain cell you got left inside of you. That's all you got. That's all you got. So you're just proving to the world that you're worth shit. And that's why the world, in return, will milk you for whatever you're worth. And if you're worth nothing, you will be that person that will be left to decompose in your apartment with nobody even noticing that you're gone. That's the world we live in. That's the end of luxury. You understand? Thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe to this channel if you like what you see and hear. And thumb up the video and never give up on love. Take care. Bye. So there you go. Hi, LP Fashion. How's it going? Nick Man says it's sad that when a big company sales decline, the C-level choose to lay off workers rather than forego a bonus or pay rise. You know. Dacob, so great you have identified this vicious loop indeed. Oh yeah, no, of course. We've been talking about this for years now. It's just that, you know, you try to be subtle about it. People don't get it. Now I am very clear about it. People get it, but then some people still don't get it. On my latest Luxury is Dead video, somebody actually still decided to go ahead and comment a homophobe comment. And I'm just like, let it go. Girl, let it go. I am not your problem. Me being gay is not your problem. Me being a man with long hair is not your problem. I am not the problem. You're just being so dumb and weak. Weak. The opposite of courageous. What's the opposite of courageous? Like scaredy cat, but I'm looking for another adjective. Hi, D. Higginbotham. How's it going? Oh, Sabato next, possibly last show is on Friday. Well, yeah, Sabato the Sano, he's whatever. Couldn't care less about him. Hi, Velasquez. I know, deep. I know. Coward. There you go. Coward. Thank you, Brenda. Cowardly, coward. Yeah. So, you have to be a coward to comment on my channel hateful homophobic remarks about my looks as if I were your problem. You're a coward because you're not facing your real problem. You're too much of a coward to face your true problem. You have to make other changes. Not getting rid of me, honey. I'm here to help you. I'm here trying to help you. I'm here trying to wake you the fuck up, to get to realize what is going down here, to make you realize that actually one of the reasons why you are poor is because they're milking you for whatever you're worth, and you're letting them do it because they're keeping you sleepy. They're keeping you numb. You know, they're enabling you to channel your energy towards shitting on people like me, when your energy should be channeled to make your life a better place. Okay? Getting rid of me is not going to make your life a better life. Getting rid of me is just going to play into the hands of the corporations who want to get rid of me. Except those assholes get to keep their hands clean because they make you do the dirty work for them. You, the coward. That's how the game goes. Don't you worry. The real culprits that are at the top of the pyramid, they will not get their hands dirty. They will have a ton of people working for them, trickling down. You know, somebody's going to get their hands dirty, but that person that gets their hands dirty is never going to be connected to the real culprit. It's up to you to dig and realize who the real culprit is, and to not let them numb you, and to not allow them to make you sleepy, and to not allow them to diverge your energy and focus onto the wrong causes. I'm not the cause of these issues, you guys. So, making fun of my looks is not going to make your life any better, and it's not going to solve the real problems that we're having. Like, when are people going to realize this? It saddens me because it's not even about me at this point. I don't care if people make fun of me. I really don't care because I have a strong enough and a healthy self-esteem that I know who I am. I'm not an insecure person. So when you come for me for my looks, I feel sad for you because I realize that you're the coward who doesn't have the strength to wake the fuck up and realize what the real problem is. Okay, period. Period. So there you go. Wake up, people. Wake up, people, because our system is collapsing at an exorbitant speed. Just saying. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's important to say these things, because yeah. So anyway, and okay. So now I want to talk about another scam. um, Scammed by Selfridges, y'all. Okay, let me do this one. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Imagine being a customer that spends a ton of money, over $1,000 or pounds, and you order something from Selfridges, and then your box arrives to you and it's empty. Now, we've spoken about these sort of scams in the past on my channel. We've made several videos about this. In some cases, the entire package would disappear. We've had issues with UPS snatching packages or workers snatching packages. We've had issues with packages arriving to people containing a rock instead of an actual purse or bag. Just to kind of like people working at these facilities, stock facilities, are just kind of weighing a rock to weigh the amount that the bag would weigh so that the package would have the right weights. Well, now it's a step further. This one lady on TikTok called named Nicole, that's her username on TikTok. She ordered something from Selfridges and she received a box which was super light. When she unboxed it, there was nothing inside, and she filmed an unboxing. So, she claims, oh, well, I filmed the unboxing and here's the proof that when I opened it, it was empty. Now, subscribe to my channel before we get to the details. Push the join button next to the subscription button and become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun, come join the chats. And everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So this lady called named Nicole on TikTok shares her story on her TikTok. I'll post the link down below. And she says, so she opens the box, it's empty. She sends photos or video to Selfridges and they claim that they're going to look into it. Then, long story short, they get back to her and they say they looked into it. No, they're not giving her money back because she can't prove that she did not take the stuff out of the box. Okay, so this went back and forth. They stopped then at a certain point. They just started ghosting her. They stopped writing her back. She then made a video on TikTok that went kind of viral. And people were telling her, hey, look on your package. What does the sticker say with the address on it? Does it have a weight, kilograms or pounds on it? See what the sticker says. And the sticker says like 0.01 pounds or something, like nothing. So she's like, oh my God. So that means that basically this is proof because the box was packaged and the weight tag with the address was put on it after it was sealed empty because the weight was so low. So then somebody in the comments underneath that video told her, well, I worked for Selfridges, they said, allegedly everything, of course. And they said that they have like a flat rate fee with a courier. So everything they label is at 0 kilo anyway, because no matter how much it weighs, that package size always has that shipping cost for Selfridges. And then other people chimed into the conversation saying, well, that can't be true because, like, isn't that illegal? I mean, it's also for the customer's safety. I mean, you need to know the weight of the parcel. In some cases, Selfridges will ship internationally. Like, how does that work then with import taxes and so on and so forth? How can you just claim 0 kilogram on a box this big that actually is supposed to carry a substantial weight inside? So long story short, basically Selfridges is kind of claiming like she stole the item and now wants to keep the item and wants to get the money back. Uh, she then started claiming, yeah, but if it says 0 kilo on the sticker, like what the hell, Selfridges? They ignored her. They didn't want to answer to her claim on the sticker weight because they said they've already closed the case. She doesn't have the right to appeal, according to them. Her video gained even more traction. Then she made a follow-up video saying because her video gained traction, Selfridges actually did respond to her, and she was happy that they responded to her. They agreed to give her the money back, but in return, she's not allowed to talk about this case. Not about this case, about what was said in their email conversation with her. I found that a little bit sketchy, though. Well, anyway, then she said she's hoping to have a conversation with them to better their system. She has a couple of like tips for them, how they can do their job better, how they can control their facilities better, their packing facilities, because she thinks this was an internal job. I mean, I would think somebody working there did it, but who knows? Then they responded to her that they don't want to listen to her requests. And then she freaked out again, made another follow-up video saying, like, what the heck, Selfridges? Like, this is terrible, but since now I'm getting my money back, I can't, like, pursue legal action, but I'm gonna keep all my videos online, and I want more people to know about this because I want to spread information about this, awareness about this. I don't want more people to get scammed. Then apparently Selfridges contacted her again after her other video went viral. And then they said, okay, let's meet and talk, but like in person so that she cannot record anything. Apparently, then she speculated in her follow-up video that they don't want to communicate with her on through email because they don't want her to record what they are telling her because they don't want to be implicated legally. She also said that she's using some app. She said the app in her video, but I don't remember anymore what app. So basically, it's an app that tracks how many people open your email that you've sent. So basically, she's saying she sent an email out to Selfridges, and she saw that about like 30 or 50 people opened that email. So and then she said she uses a certain app to see that. I don't know if she was sponsored or not, probably not, but who knows, whatever. And she says that's how she could see that she believes that, allegedly, that at Selfridges they're riled up and they're sending her email through a lot of different people in a lot of different departments as they're trying to figure out how to deal with this situation without answering her black on white so that she cannot use anything against them. Hence why she speculates that they do want to meet with her, but in person and not through social media. And this is where I get to the point where I feel like, wow, TikTok really has the power, because when situations like these go viral on YouTube, it seems like no brand cares. Also on Instagram, no brand cares. Most of the time, if you go viral on Instagram for these reasons, Mr. Zuckerberg is just going to take your account away from you, allegedly, instead of helping you. That's at least what was the case with me. But anyway, we digress. And then on TikTok, however, when you go viral with shit like this, brands respond. It's like almost like they get more scared because they feel like if you have a presence on TikTok and you go viral on TikTok, um, they are more scrutinized as a brand, as a corporation, than if you were to try to raise awareness anywhere else. So this is so fascinating to me because I'm a person that does not use much TikTok. Maybe I should start, even though I do not like that platform personally. But hey, to each their own. Anyway, because I just don't like how TikTok works, but whatever. But it's interesting to see how she claims that they finally reacted to her, but they were apparently scared of dealing with her digitally. Okay. Only in real life. And now basically her last update was she's going to get the money back. They don't want to implement her recommendations and tips for bettering their control system so that more people don't get scammed with like empty packages coming from Selfridges. And she says she's going to update us if she decides if she wants to meet up in person with them or not. So she also is very grateful, she said in one of those videos, like for people sharing this intel. So here I am sharing it with you guys. If YouTube can help at all, at this point, I guess it's only worth sharing this stuff on TikTok. All the other social media outlets seem to be irrelevant at this point, unless you're not Mr. Beast. But then again, he's also in trouble at the moment. So we'll go. But for whatever it's worth, let me know down below. Like if you had issues with Selfridges as well, did you receive your orders or not? If not, like what is it that they did not give you? She claims that she ordered something for about over £1,000, I believe, that she said in her first email. So it wasn't like a cheapest thing. It wasn't like something she ordered for $50. $50 is a lot as well. But you know what I mean? Like it was a bigger thing for over 1,000. So let me know down below your thoughts. What do you think is going down with Selfridges? Because this is not the first time I'm hearing this about them. Let me know. Let me know down below. Thumb up the video and subscribe. Never go up on love. Bye. Mwah. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting topic, you guys, because like, I don't know, you know. um, and then I wanted to also talk to you about, there's a lot of topics I know. Are we going to film the diamond thing or just talk about it? No filming. Okay. Good. So let me say quickly also this thing that Alibaba, you guys. Oh, first of all, let me first blend in the picture. Do you see what this is? Yeah, let me show the picture and you tell me, you guys. Okay. Look at thumb up the live stream. Thumb up the live stream. I'm going to blend in a picture. And then you tell me. Oh, there's text. Okay, no, I'm trying to hide the text so we can like try to guess. Hi, Costa. How's it going, sweetie? Yes, we're early this morning. What if we shift it here and cover up the text? Let me put it like in a corner up there. And cover up all of this and cover up all of that. Just shift the picture and I'll move to the, yeah. Let's do this, guys. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just cropping something, guys. I'll be right with you. Yeah, I'll cover this. Okay, we can do this. No? Does it? Okay. So what is this? It looks like a plantation of aliens. It's like alien spaceships. It's like they're harvesting alien clones. It's like there's aliens captured in each one of these. What is this, guys? Does anybody know? Don't cheat. Don't look it up. And these are the prices, by the way. They look like vessels for creatures or containment chambers for some radioactive shit. Oh, Natadida, have fun with your kids. Thank you so much for stopping by. Phoenix Mom says pods. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because, I mean, it's insanity, you guys. I just found out today about this. Elena Post says some kind of chamber for protection. Velasquez is like, I didn't see that at the Biennale in Venice. D. Higginbotham says life pods. No. Isolation chamber, says Meowsers. Nope. Well, I'ma tell ya. No idea, says Phoenix Mom. What is this, says Rich Mitch? Well, it ain't for perfumes. I can tell you that. Deborah says it's a moving part for a bigger machine. Not really, no. Burial chamber, says Linda. The chairs you sit on at an Hermes appointment in year 2095. Well, there are multiple seats. Well, let me tell ya. Listen, Linda, you're going to be shook. Alibaba. You guys know Alibaba, right? Alibaba is selling this. Alibaba is selling this individually for round about $200,000 a piece. It's come this far. Alibaba is selling cubic press synthetic diamond making machines for lab grown diamonds. I kid you not. You can't make this shit up. Here it is. Cubic press synthetic diamond making machine for lab grown diamond. You can buy one of these babies. Okay. If you buy 1 to 9 pieces, it's $200,000. If you buy more than 10 pieces, it's $190,000 per unit. So you buy one of these babies for $200,000 and you can make your own diamonds, lab grown diamonds. What the feck? You know that meme that went viral years ago with that lady? She's super sweet, by the way. The lady working at one of the drive-through restaurants in LA, fast food joints. And she has this thing she would always do when you drive up to the order pod. She would say, bibbidi bobbidi boo, what can I do for you? Super nice. She tried to be entertaining for the customers. And then this one guy drives up and he knew. I'm sure he prepared himself, probably. And so she said, bibbidi bobbidi boo, what can I do for you? And he's like, clickety clackety clack. Here's what the feck I want. Click, clickety clackety. High pressure. Yeah, you put the carbon in there. High pressure something, thingamajig, and it creates your diamond. Yeah, Deborah. Okay, to take high pressure. CEO's training lab. So there's an article. Sure, why not? It's a super long ass article. The Kayo report, payments.com reports DIY diamonds, luxury gemstones are becoming more accessible, they say. Give someone a diamond. They have a diamond. Give someone a machine that makes diamonds. They have diamonds for a lifetime. Then the article says there's an old Jewish parable about an island where diamonds are so plentiful that they are worthless. Reality is beginning to look a lot more like this imagined island, with the rise of diamond growing labs leading to increasingly affordable versions of these precious stones. Consumers can now buy themselves machines to make their own. To make their own. For roughly the cost of a luxury sports car. Chinese e-commerce marketplace Alibaba is now selling a synthetic diamond making machine for $200,000 to consumers, as Ars Technica reported. The move plays into a broader trend of lab-grown diamonds becoming increasingly popular, and unfortunately for an industry built on the illusion of scarcity, more accessible. On its earnings call Thursday, September 12th, Signet Jewelers, owner of several popular jewelry retailer banners such as K Jewelers, Zales, and Jared, shared that lab-grown diamonds are coming to make up a larger portion of overall diamond sales. In the second quarter of fiscal year 2025, lab grown diamond fashion jewelry sales rose more than 25% and drove average transaction value. Weird, we're not even in the fiscal year 2025 yet. Weird, maybe they mistyped it. We're still in 2024, people, as far as I know. Unless I wasn't in a coma for a year and I just woke up now and it's 2025 and I think it's still 2024. Possibly. I mean, nothing surprises me anymore. You never know. Prices of these stones have been on the decline. Lab created has been broadly available in jewelry since 2019. Blah, blah, blah. Additionally, jeweler Pandora has been seeing young consumers increasingly buy these synthetic stones. This demand for lab grown diamonds, which tend to be more affordable, comes as shoppers feel budgetary pressures mount. Research from the How Consumer Perception of Inflation forces many to trade down. Edition of Payments Intelligence, new reality check. The Paycheck to Paycheck report series showed how consumer spending power is dwindling. Most consumers said their incomes have not kept pace with inflation. They prefer to spend money on lab grown diamonds and real diamonds. At this point, who cares? Seriously. You remember we were talking about this a couple of months ago how Prada released a collection of lab grown diamonds and people got really upset again on TikTok. And it only went viral on TikTok, nowhere else. And they were saying on TikTok, like, Prada, are you crazy? Like, you're selling lab-grown diamond for $9,000, $20,000, $30,000. It's a lab-grown diamond. You should be selling it for $200. So people are complaining, but also like the regular consumer is never going to know the difference, you guys. How are you going to know the difference between a lab-grown diamond and a natural diamond? So I don't trust anybody, okay? Especially when it comes to jewelry, I don't trust anybody with these stones. I wouldn't even trust the really big players, when it comes to their mass released items that have some diamonds in them. I would think they would try to allegedly sell you a lab grown diamond for the price of the real one. Rich Mitch says there are regulations coming into place to differentiate the prices for lab grown versus synthetic diamonds. Synthetic diamond prices have fallen a lot. Not with Prada though, Rich, because Prada really pushed it and people got so upset with them. But I don't know if they put down their prices after the backlash or if Prada just didn't care. JT Holden says, so it's like fake pearls. Well, fake pearls you mean they call them sweetwater pearls, like where they put the sand pebble into the oyster's clam to generate a pearl, or are you talking about glass pearls? They affected the prices of real diamonds. Phoenix moms. Well, who cares? Real diamonds are not scarce. It was all De Beers, darling. It was De Beers' master plan to make us believe they were scarce. Allegedly. Deborah C. says, a jeweler I know told me 12 months ago the market for diamonds is being decimated by the lab-grown ones. Good. Finally. Diamonds don't deserve to cost that much to begin with. They're not rare. They're not. And most of the time they're harvested in ruthless ways where people suffer and modern day slavery is utilized to get them to harvest these diamonds to begin with. You know, good. Good that they're decimated. Um, period. And here I go. Jen says, it's true, Deborah. I know a jeweler in New York City in the Diamond District. Lab grown is taking over. As long as it's cheaper, why not? I mean, buy one of your own pods. Blood diamonds, Linda. Do you remember that interview that Naomi Campbell was called to go to court to testify about the blood diamonds that she was gifted allegedly by one of the government officials or presidents of some African country that was dealing with allegedly blood diamonds? It was in the European court, and Mia Farrow was invited to testify, and then Naomi Campbell was called in to testify. She had to come on time. That time. And it's on YouTube. You have to check the interview out. It's hilarious. She is she comes in and she is, the hair is all done up in this, I mean, she's dressed to go to court, and she's very distressed, and this has caused her so much distress to have to come to court, you understand? And she's being a bit of a bitch, right? And then as she realizes that the judge is not having it, and that she cannot act a diva in the European court, then she changes her tune, her attitude, and also her accent, which shocked me. You see Naomi Campbell go from the posh British accent to some weird Cockney type of accent where I don't even know. Rich Mitch would know. I don't know which accent. Basically, from this you know how Naomi talks. When we hear Naomi, she always has this posh British accent, somewhat posh, not aristocratic, but posh-ish. But then when she realized she can't win with that judge, then she started playing dumb and changed her accent. And at a certain point, she says something like, "Then I realized them was diamonds, them was." And I was like, did I hear this correctly? Did she just say them was diamonds? Anyway, check out that court case on YouTube. It's from quite a few years ago, definitely over a decade ago, or more even. So anyway, that's that. That's our story on the diamonds. Buy yourself one of these little podlings and enjoy. Creating your own lab-grown diamonds. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a pip? I'm trying to find where did I? Oh, here it is. No. Sorry, guys, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Chanel. Argyle diamonds are where the pink and cognac colored ones are from. The mine closed a few years ago, says Deborah. Carl Eek says, I would only buy estate and vintage. Most modern mass produced jewelry is too simple and ugly. It is ugly, isn't it, Carl? I agree. I agree. I really agree. I really agree. Most of it is really ugly, really tacky, really ugly. Modern day jewelry. Oof. The complex, you know, the thing that they called haute joaillerie, cha. I feel like they just make it to show off the money. It's not made anymore with elegance or with poise. It's not made anymore to celebrate the artistry. It's just made because they can, because they're rich, and it's disgusting. Charles Taylor was the dictator who gave her them. Oh, rich. Okay, thanks for letting me know. So it was a dictator. A tater tot with a dick. The issue with lab grown is energy involved in making them. It's a huge energy drain, like cryptocurrencies, says Deborah. D says, what did Chanel do now besides buy a minority share of the rope? Yes. Okay, let's talk about it. Hit it, Bubbles. So Chanel, so we have an update. Well, an update. It's a sort of an update. Well, we'll see what it is. It's kind of an update. Kind of not. All right. Hi, everybody. Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker Chanel time. Bruno Pavlovsky, the CEO of Chanel, has given yet another interview. With every interview he gives, he takes some of my life force with him. So everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. And subscribe while you're at it. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon for extra perks. Thank you to members and patrons already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun. Come join the chats. Chanel reveals its upcoming Hong Kong show location and gets ready to name a new designer. Reported by scmp.com in their fashion news. The president of fashion, Bruno Pavlovsky, says the Hong Kong market is key and he won't let online speculation affect his creative director pick. Bruno, are you talking about me indirectly? Online speculation. Oh, I'm the online speculation. And it's so funny, Bruno, because every time you say something and I've said, he said this, if we read between the lines, he means that, it kind of turned out to be that way. So I'm telling you right now, the stuff he says here, you remember when he was talking right after the Marseille cruise collection with the last cruise collection with Virginie Viard, he said, isn't Virginie Viard amazing? She's doing so well at Chanel. Don't you agree? And I said to myself, and Lena, the Baconator, also did it, also said it. And I'm like, why is corporate praising Virginie so much? It's never a good sign. When high heads at corporate level publicly praise a person working for them so much, that person is going to leave. Shit is going down. And I said that to you. And just a couple of weeks later, Virginie left. So, Bruno, speculating much? Sure, you can try to diminish our value and our worth indirectly, snarkily in interviews. That's okay with me. I know you care for something else, but you care. Now, French fashion house Chanel's restaging of its Marseille cruise collection will take place at the Hong Kong Design Institute on November 5th. The show, which first took place in Marseille, France in May, will strengthen Chanel's bond with its Hong Kong customers and the local community. Bruno Pavlovsky, Chanel's president of fashion, said in an interview with Style. The striking building that houses the institute is located in the formerly industrial area of Tsengquan, and was designed by French firm Col de Fille. We have selected a very interesting area, the first time ever for a fashion show, if I'm right, with very interesting architecture, and that's very Hong Kong, says Pavlovsky. And on top of that, it's one of the biggest institutions for students in Hong Kong, so it's a great opportunity for us to collaborate. Then the article says that in recent years, Chanel has been very active on Hong Kong's cultural scene. The house is a major partner of M+ on the West Kowloon waterfront. The cruise show will involve a collaborative project with the Hong Kong Design Institute that began in Marseille with 5 students who traveled from Hong Kong to France to experience the first unveiling of the collection back in May. Pavlovsky explains that staging a show in Hong Kong has been a goal for Chanel for quite some time. The brand had planned to restage a cruise show in the city before the coronavirus pandemic, but eventually canceled the event due to the anti-government protests at the time. The Hong Kong market is key to Chanel, he adds, even more so at a time when cultivating local clients has become paramount for luxury brands. Oh, they want Asia, baby. They are so desperate for Asian money because the rest of the world ain't giving it to them apparently anymore as much. We will have a few clients from the region, but the key focus is Hong Kong clients. Although we will have some from Shenzhen or Macau, the main objective is to engage our Hong Kong community, media, influencers, and students. We will have some dedicated programs for students, he says. Barely 1 month after the Hong Kong show, Chanel will unveil its 2024/2025 Métier d'Art collection in Hangzhou, China. Before that, it will support Shanghai exhibition organized by Comité Colbert, an association that promotes French savoir-faire, to commemorate the 60th year anniversary of diplomatic relations between China and France. Chanel is kicking off major events in China, Hong Kong, Asian market, and like they have abandoned Europe. Already in 2016, they actually moved their headquarters to the UK when the UK announced Brexit because they had better, in my opinion, allegedly at least, tax conditions in England. So de facto, Chanel is a British brand. It's no longer a French brand. Because when it comes to paying taxes, they prefer to pay the better tax conditions in England. So, but they like to use the term French brand when it comes to them trying to promote themselves as best quality in the world for fashion, right? But they don't want to pay the French taxes, though, do they? So, what is this? Are we just acting like we're a French brand, Chanel, at this point? Now we're desperately catering to the Asian market, trying to see whatever money we can find there, huh? Whatever's left. Interesting then, when confronted with the fact that sales are kind of shrinking in China when it comes to luxury spending, Bruno says Greater China has been top of mind for luxury groups these days. Uh, a drop in spending by the region's customers has created uncertainty in a part of the world that had until recently experienced extreme growth. Sorry, he didn't say that. The article says that. But Pavlovsky, who is still sanguine about the prospects of Hong Kong and Greater China for Chanel, says that these actions or activations that they were planning to do in Asia and China had been planned long before those recent developments where the economy has turned over. So he's trying to tell us, no. We wanted to do all this stuff in China way before China stopped purchasing from us. You know what, Bruno? You would have, if you had no prospects for China giving you money, you would have cut all of these projects. You would have not fulfilled them because, like you said at the beginning of the article, you already planned to do something in Hong Kong before the pandemic, but you canceled because of the political situation. So you can cancel when the situation isn't right. And the political situation, what would have the political situation done? The political situation would have probably blocked certain people from buying products. Now that you can try to make them buy products, now you're going to want to go there. And you're not canceling on China, Hong Kong, and the whole Asian market because what else are you going to do? What are you going to do? Europe isn't really interested anymore, is it? People that spend the most money in Europe are the ones traveling from outside of Europe, being tourists in Europe. So you're like, the European consumer is just not our target anymore. You've outpriced yourself outside of the European market. So vulgar. So not Chanel. Oof. Oof. Pavlovsky says that he won't let the obsessive speculation online and on social media about Virginie Viard's successor affect his judgment and pick of who he thinks should be the artistic director. And he is still working with his team to find a suitable designer for what is likely the fashion industry's most coveted and prestigious job. Then he says, Chanel is quite complex. We need to find people who love Chanel and want to be immersed in Chanel. And everyone wants to be at Chanel, he says. Everyone I am meeting says they have all the qualities for the job. I have many people in front of me saying the same thing, but it's more complicated than that. We're trying to find what's best for the brand, but what's important is the product. Chanel is about the product, savoir-faire, and design. And the most important quality is the focus on the product. Bruno, stop, please, with this bullshit. Seriously, come on. Your top priority is not the product. In my opinion, your top priority is the money. How much you can milk your customers for. Get the money from the customer to sell them an overpriced product. The focus is the price of the product and trying to scam, allegedly, I'm saying this word, not legally, okay, just allegedly, to scam the person into believing that it's worth that much money. And you're so good at that. Well, you were. You were. I think you're less good at it now than you used to be. I believe that when you have the right people, yeah, the right idiot, and the right product, you can do whatever you want in terms of business. Read between the lines here. This is so disgusting, in my opinion. For him to actually say this, let me repeat. I believe that when you have the right people and the right product, you can do whatever you want in terms of business. In other words, you can raise the price as high as you want, the right people meaning the right sucker ready to pay the money, and the right product meaning you managed to manipulate them into believing that they need desperately that product. The FOMO is working. Brand marketing is doing their job properly. When you got those two in the equation just right, you can do whatever you want. You can set whatever price you want, and the sucker will spend that money. Because our business model is anchored on the client experience and the emotion we want to create for the client. So the products are the most important thing. Please. The brand marketing is the most important thing because if you're selling the experience to the people, you know that that experience is not the actual product. Experience is, oh yeah, entering the boutique, sitting down, you get offered a drink. Oh, how lovely. Great to see you again. Here's your bill, $20,000 for a little trinket. Please. The product is the most important thing, sure. But whether it's the staging of shows like the upcoming Hong Kong one or the appointment of the heir, this article is so shady. Listen what they say. Or the appointment of the heir to Gabrielle Coco Chanel and Karl Lagerfeld. They don't even mention Virginie Viard. How shady. The Parisian label will undoubtedly keep making headlines and delighting its loyal fans in Hong Kong and beyond. Bruno Pavlovsky says in his closing statement, let Chanel always surprise you. We still have a lot to say and surprise you with. Yes, Bruno, and I bet you think that the surprises you have in store for us are price increases. No, we're used to those. They don't surprise us anymore. Matter of fact, we don't even care anymore. And another surprise, what? The Premier watch as a necklace with wire headphones, earphones, earplugs? You think you're surprising us with stuff like that? Your little jewelry collection? Tcha. Good luck to you, Bruno, and to the Baconator, and good luck to Chanel. Also, you're acting like, oh, you're all going to be surprised because, like, there's all this speculation online about who's going to be the new artistic director of Chanel, but I'm not telling you, and you're never going to know until I decide who it's going to be together with the Baconator. But then I'm thinking to myself, no, you're not that mysterious, Bruno. First of all, not that anybody cares, but then you're just, the power is gone. Everybody who was good at Chanel is gone. Okay? You still have Olivier Polish with the perfumes. Good. As long as that lasts, we're here. People left. The good people left. People, money hungry people stayed. That's not Chanel anymore. That's vulgarity. And so, yeah, of course I want to know who's going to be the next artistic director. But if you're going to be the one choosing them, I'm not baiting my breath, you know. I'm fairly certain, also after seeing who you have appointed as the new boss of beauty and perfumes, coming from L'Oreal and Coty, by the way, after I've seen you do that, and after I've seen you appoint Unilever HR as the CEO of Chanel, I really, really do not have any high expectations from you, nor do I expect you to choose the right person to direct artistically Chanel. And you know why? Because I think any intelligent person right now would see the cards spelling out a mile away what's happening with Chanel. And a really intelligent, talented person would not want to go into that pit of snakes and fires and flames to share their savoir-faire and their knowledge and their passion and their talented, true savoir-faire with you right now, because it's not a healthy environment, in my opinion, to work in. Chanel at the moment is not a healthy environment to work in my opinion. So my conclusion is this: the person who decides to accept your appointment as artistic director of Chanel Fashion will be a person with no moral integrity, zero moral integrity, okay? Social climber of the highest form, sociopath, and possibly also narcissist. So whoever gets appointed and accepts the appointment, not a good person, in my opinion. Only, of course, everything's alleged. Mark my words. Let's see what happens a couple of weeks from now when they announce the new Oompa Loompa. Let's see what happens. Period. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Thumb up this video. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. Until next time, never give up on love. Bye. Hi, Zara VR. I know, Carl. Chanel, the division of Unilever. Please. Right? Demystified completely, Deborah. Demystified. I used to work at Procter & Gamble in Brussels, Belgium. I know how everything is made, says Zara VR. P&G have ties to L'Oreal. It's all family members, says Zara. Yeah, and there you go, Zara. So this lady, Cattaneo, who is now hired by Chanel as the new boss of perfumes and beauty, she comes from L'Oreal. She comes from L'Oreal. And Coty. It's like, you know what I mean? Rich Mitch says, I've decided to wear my vintage egoist today. Oh, lovely. Zara's like, I know how much 1 milliliter of Chanel costs. You're right. You're right. Zara says, everything you say, 100%. There you go. Deborah says, I'm using Nivea 5 in 1 care. It's as good as high-end brand, says Deborah. I know everything from creation to packaging, says Zara. No, and also, you know, it's very much, you can still have quality. You can smell out when something smells better in some cases than in others. Certain brands, perfumes really smell like no, you know, they're not worth $500, $600.
Bring home the bacon.
Oh my God. Limited edition Halloween merch just hit the Fashion Bunker, you guys. It dropped today. Well, it's after midnight, so yes, today. But luxury sucks. Fry me to the moon.
Butter.
And use baconator bats. Boogo, 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 boogo. We got the boogo, boogo design. Price increase, sirens beware alarm as well. Luxury sucks. I don't know which one is my favorite. Luxury sucks is definitely an all year rounder. This is very classic Halloween, Fry Me to the Moon with a pun. So the merch is available from today until the 31st of October, and then it's gone forever. You know, every year we make a limited edition run of Halloween Fashion Bunker merch, and this is this year's. So you can get it at www.superdacob.com in a plethora of different designs and styles. These are not the only styles. These are the four prints. But these four prints are available in a lot of different items. So to find out the whole collection, go to superdacob.com. Otherwise, for a limited amount, a limited selection of t-shirts mostly, you can go to Amazon. However, not every Amazon country sells the merch. To see if your country's Amazon sells my merch, search on Amazon for Super Dacob Halloween. There you go. Now, some perfumes smell like, to me, they're worth more, and some smell like they're worth less. None of them, in my opinion, are worth what the brands are asking for them, for sure, but some of them give me the type of pleasure and feeling that warrants the purchase, while others simply don't. Period. That's all I have to say about that. And now I wanted to talk about something completely different. Ooh, let me change to totally Dacob for a second, the background. Isn't this a doozy? Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Dacob here. We're gonna talk about the boo buckets. It's McDonald's Halloween time. Now, I have here last year's buckets. I'm using a green screen here, so we can't really see the green one. And what I did was this is how I store them. I take the lids off. Well, these are not real lids, actually. They're little tops. And then I put them all inside of each other. So this is how I save space. So the green one, unfortunately, is the one that is invisible. So he's kind of like the little monster guy, one of my favorites. Then we have the jack-o'-lantern, who it looks like the skeleton head, but is orange. And in fact, he's called the skeleton. But I just call him the jack-o'-lantern anyway. So there you go. With 3 different faces. This was from last year. And I was very surprised to see that these were not made in China. They were printed and made in the US of A. And then somebody said, oh, here, look at that. Right down here it says, right there, printed and made in the USA, June 2023. So then somebody said, oh, they were probably made in a prison. Like prisoners had to make these. I hope not. But given that it's America, possibly. So then there's the white one, which was the mummy. Love the mummy. Is he already chipping? No, it was a print error. Okay. This one was the hardest to find, strangely. And then there was what was this one? Was the vampire. And this one wasn't made in June. This one was made in August of 2023. So those are his 3 faces. And also what I noticed, like the difference between these buckets is that only, oh my God, this one was made even earlier. So the white one was made in May. So the mummy was made in May. The skeleton pumpkin was made in June. The vampire, August. And the monster, green one, also in August. But again, the green one we can't really see very well because of the green screen. But anyway, for the mummy, you see these little ridges here? These elevated little, this one, this one, that one, right? So the green one has it, the white one has it, and the purple one also has it. Now, the orange one is the only bucket that was clear. It didn't have any one of these ridges. It's much cleaner. Less stable because you see it kind of bends inwards easier. But I'm a sucker for details like this. And then the only bucket, so the white, the green, and the orange bucket had this kind of like jack-o'-lantern, like pumpkin top. The green one as well, but you can't see the green one because of the green screen. The only one that had the witch's hat, which is very bizarre, was the vampire. Now, why would you give a vampire a witch's hat? And these are detachable, so you can actually mix and match the tops. So, like, for example, here we have the white one. So the white one originally came with this is how it works. Now there's drama coming in, you guys, because I'm showing you all of these buckets because these are kind of reminiscent of the classic McDonald's Boo buckets, um, from the 80s and then the 90s. In the 80s and 90s, they were better because they actually had real lids and not just this, whatever this is. But it's interesting to combine different colors. Like, look at this. Why not? Or you could do the orange anyway. Now they've announced or images have leaked of the 2024 Boo buckets. Now you know how I love my Boo buckets. And McDonald's, hashtag not sponsored. And I really, 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 really want always to make videos hunting for them, driving around the city in the spooky, foggy, misty nights of October, trying to hunt down the Boo buckets. It's always kind of the last big event for me right before Halloween. It's the Boo bucket hunt. It's just the culmination of the Halloween season for me. Okay. This year, somebody leaks the images of the upcoming 4 Boo buckets. Now you're going to understand why I was showing you all of these buckets from last year and also how interchangeable these tops technically could be. I mean, I don't have a yellow one, but the closest we have to yellow is orange. So let me put the orange on the white one, just so you can see kind of how these would look if you combine the colors. That already is starting to look weird, but it's doable. Why not? And this is still okay. If they gave me a white mummy Boo bucket with an orange top, I would still say, yeah, oh my God, super fun. Why not? Let's go for it. But here is the leak that we got for the upcoming 4 Boo buckets for 2024. Cue it in. So, yeah, I guess credit goes to Snackalada. Now you see why I was talking about the combination of this. This is McDonald's yellow. Okay, we get the arches. That's kind of cool. McDonald's logo. I like that. But here's like the white with the yellow. So I did the white with the orange. That's why I said it's as close as possible. So I don't mind this color combo. But it's the prints, you guys. It's the prints. I I don't know what people are very distraught online. Like the forums talking about the Boo buckets, people are very upset how childish these little monsters look like, how they're not like at all channeling the vintage Boo buckets, the vintage designs, they're not channeling this kind of simplicity of design, the simplicity of form, if you may, we're not getting this old school Boo bucket. And I hated them when I first saw them. I thought, oh my God, this is terrible. Heaven says, well, they're not like McDonald's type pictures. No, that's the thing. They look like some characters from Pixar or like Disney and Pixar. At first, I thought it was the Fry Kids, one of the characters from the 80s, McDonald's characters, but they're not Fry Kids because Fry Kids don't have mouths and don't have horns. I thought, oh, maybe it's Fry Kids mutated for Halloween. They look like more monstrous, but no, these are not. They're not like French fry fringes like the Fry Kids are wearing. It does, yeah. Yvonne says it looks like Monsters Inc. kid type monsters. Yeah, they look okay, says D. Huh. Taking the scary out of Halloween, says Deborah. Heaven says it's not the traditional vibe. Caroline Steele says they all look the same. The green is Sesame Street looking. They all look a little bit Sesame-ish, don't they? Yeah, they kind of all look the same. I mean, these two have horns, these don't. This one has more rounded little things at the top. This one is all kind of pointy. But yeah, all of them have yellow eyeballs, googly eyes. A 5-year-old kid will like them, says Thomas, but there is no menace. Heaven says, I do prefer the vintage. The green is Sesame Street. Oh, yes, Yvonne, that's what I thought too, says Heaven. Monsters Inc., right? Aren't they supposed to be childish, says the Nectarine Man? Well, I think what a lot of people are having an issue with is the fact that this is kind of referencing 80s McDonald's Boo Buckets, which were in the 80s made for kids. Those kids have now grown up and now they like their vintage. But I gotta say, people online have been complaining, the collectors have been complaining how ugly these are, how they're not going to be buying them. And then we have another faction of people coming for those people saying, hold your horses. These are not made for you collectors. They're made for kids. So McDonald's is focusing on kids wanting these things, not grown-ups, because they're made for kids. It's a Happy Meal after all. And like, I get that comment. Like, I get it. Like, I respect it. Like Vanessa Hudgens when she wanted to go to Coachella, despite the corona. But here's the thing. I think McDonald's could have been more clever because these were also for kids. And kids loved them and grown-ups loved them. So I think McDonald's would have been more clever if they made something that's universal for both. Something that kids love, but also grown-ups. Like, hit two birds with one stone. You know what I mean? You maximize your profits. Isn't that the end game of any corporation? To get as many customers as possible? You see what I'm saying here? I'm like, yeah, I get it. You want the kids to love it. Sure. It's a Happy Meal after all. But isn't it better if you manage to get the same success you got the past years where both kids and grown-ups loved them? Now, this is still not officially announced, meaning this has been a leak in some other country, Canada, or I don't know where, not in America yet. So somebody has been speculating that in America, the Happy Meal Boo Buckets are not going to have this design. I think they will. Because like I said, like I showed you at the beginning of this video, these were made in May, June, and August. So whatever the Boo Buckets are going to be in America, they have been already manufactured in June, July, and August, or May, June, and August. So these buckets have been produced. They are already finished. Okay, they're just waiting to be shipped out and for the launch date and to be sold. So so if McDonald's tried to test the market by leaking an image and they got all this backlash for it, it's too late now to redo the Boo Buckets. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, what am I going to do? Jeanette says this design is showing on the Australian Macca's site. So what is this? An Australian release? They been produced, Mahora. Oh man. So yeah, Yvonne says in the UK we have plush spooky bags in all sizes, shapes, and colors. And then Caroline Steele says UK won't stock them as plastic laws new in on packaging. Cha. Paper straws enter the chat. Oh my God. Zach says, sadly, at least in the EU, we literally kicked the bucket due to its unavailability. Probably way too much plastic. Cha. As if the EU doesn't do plastic everywhere it can anyway. Whatever. The Nectarine Man says, oh, I see. You're probably right. It's about the balance, but design is hard, but it doesn't seem like they try to appeal to all ages with these. No, these seem to be for kids only. Now, having said all that, if these end up being the actual end result for the Boo Buckets this year in America, worldwide, will I still go hunt them? Probably I will because it's a lot of fun. But I'm not excited about them. That's the problem. Like, I was really excited about these. Like, I really, really liked these. They're so cute with the 3 faces. Every bucket has 3 faces. Yeah. I don't think these have 3 faces. Maybe 2. Maybe they have one in the front, one in the... I don't know. Or maybe they have the back side in the back. This is the front of the monster and the back is the back. I don't know. Heaven says, I agree. Do it for both. The grown-ups want some memories. Yeah, you're going to make more money if you catch 2 flies with 1 catch, right? Damn, right? So anyway, Meowser says, but isn't the plastic situation an issue for one-time use plastic? I get that people may dispose them, but much less so. But the thing is, I mean, I still have mine from last year. I love them. I use them all the time. I put stuff in them. Sometimes I stack them up like this if I'm carrying them from A to B. I use them to decorate for Halloween. Like, I love my Boo Buckets. I'm not going to get rid of them. They're not garbage to me. They're a treasure. These, I'll get used to them. I'll get used to them. You know what I'm saying? I'll get used to them. I'll hunt them down. I guess my favorite one, my least loathed one is probably the green one and the white one. These two. These two are probably like my favorites. And then these two. Yeah, I'll get used to them. Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think? In or out? Do we like these or do we not like them? Are you still going to get them? Are you going to get all 4 or are you going to give up? Or are you really pissed off at McDonald's for this? Well, this has been another Halloween special on Totally Dacob as we're counting down to Halloween 2024. Thumb up this video if you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. And until next time, never forget to never give up on gorish love. Bye. The blue one is gooning. Cha. Anyway. We'll go. Look at my little Boo Bucket. Let's. Ah, Anonymous bought a Boo-Go toad. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Meowser says, oh, I agree. I love mine. That is why I don't get why the UK won't have them. Right, Meowsers? I don't want to throw them away. Phoenix Mom says, there are this set of monsters that kids are crazy of. They look like these buckets. Oh, really? So maybe they're like collaborating with the manufacturer of whoever designed these monsters? I don't know. I've been at places at the right time and met a lot of people, says Zara VR. To Mahora. Oh, we're talking about the like that you worked for Procter and Gamble and stuff like that. Okay. Sorry, I'm already on another topic. So there you have it, guys. At one time, I had a glow-in-the-dark bucket. Lord knows what happened to that. Oh, I think I remember. You know, I get it. It's just plastic and it's silly and nobody really cares. But I like shit like this. You know, little plasticky things. I love blow molds. Emphasis on the blow. But I mean, look, like Target made these really cute blow mold light up little things. I like these little ghosts. Like stuff like this makes me really happy. So I mean, I guess some people don't like plastic. I like plastic when it's used in the right way, you know? I don't think plastic is trash if you use it in the right way. And there you go. Linda says, I care. No, but honestly, it's the more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, we're not going to have anything left. They just want to turn us into little zombies that work, 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 you know? Like absolutely no creativity, no fun in our lives, sell your soul to the company store. Whatever money you earn, you give back to the company that you're working for, and you get no freedom. You will never earn enough money to actually afford your own home. You will never earn enough money to pay your way out of debt. You will never earn enough money to be fully independent. You will never earn enough money to be free. You will never earn enough money to allow you to stop working for a corporation. The system is made in a way so that the salaries are always low, so that you depend on the corporation, on the job that you have, so that you're a slave to it. You cannot afford to say, I'm done. I don't want to work for you corporations, for you greedy bastards, for you people who are poisoning our food, who are making poisonous creams, poisonous clothes, manufacturing clothes in third world countries with chemicals that kill those people who work for pennies, nickels a month, for the pharma industry that is poisoning us. Like, we're working for them. So it's a really sad world we're living in. And sometimes it really depresses me. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't have the energy to do anything. I'm just so depressed. But then sometimes I wake up and I have some strength and power. And I think I have to be proactively working against this, raising awareness about it. This is why I keep this channel running, you guys. Because this channel, let me tell you, listen, Linda, this channel is not making me rich. Just to be very, very clear, this is like we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here. And it's thanks to your guys' support, with the tips that you send and the support. Like, that's what keeps the channel going. It's not like I do sponsorships either. So there you go. It's thanks to you guys that we keep going. We keep raising awareness. We keep digging into these topics, which are sometimes heavy topics, but I think they're important. And trying to free ourselves. But I mean, yeah, Mahora, I mean, like, I know we're worried. Oh, let's play that voice clip. The full one. We don't have it. Bubbles isn't working today. Anyway, I mean,
Of course, we're worried.
there you go. And we don't have the full one. No. I mean, of course we're worried. You know what I mean? It's not like we can go up there and get him because no. You see what I'm saying? Because then no, because then we would be stuck. You know. So what are you gonna do?
Of course, we're worried. You know what I mean? It's just that, what the hell are we gonna do? We can't go get them. No, okay. No, because then we'd be stuck. You see what I'm saying? No, okay, so, you know what I mean? But what can we really do?
What can't we do? There you go. I hope so, Mahora. I hope better times are coming because this is so debilitating. 2024 has been a shit show, seriously. And Yvonne, oh, I love that. Spite keeps me going. It's a Celtic thing. You know what, Yvonne? I hear ya loud and clear. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Oh, Burger King is doing Adam's Family for Halloween this year. Oh, let me see. Do we have a pizza? Better times are coming, says Mahora. Who would you consider sponsoring with, says Caroline? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. That would be like giving an endorsement right now. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, so that's not a Happy Meal. That's like nothing. That's just themed. They're doing a Wednesday Whopper in purple or magenta, cookie chocolate shake, whatever. That's IBS. Things rings, so onion rings with the hand from the Adams family on the cardboard box. Gomez's churro fries, whatever. Boring. Morticia's cookie chocolate shake. Morticia, yeah, but it's boring. Just paper you're gonna throw away. Not interested at all. So no, Burger King does not deliver, in my opinion. And Deborah says, it's important to have camaraderie. As the ship goes down, we can call it out and have a laugh. Yeah, Deborah, I just hope that it's not the Titanic, and I hope that we do not go down with it. Heaven says, yep, the past 10 years have been, I'm about to give up and move to VT. Don't give up, Heaven. Carl says, luxury clothing care? No. Morticia's cookies, says Mahora. I know, stop it. Carl says, I need a good leather cleaner. Meowser says, churro fries sound good. Well, we do love a good churro. Phoenix Mom says, can you give a neutral opinion if you don't like the product sponsored? No. If they pay you to talk about a product, then no. If they pay you to say what they want you to say, then no. If they send you a product without you making any deal with them, they just send you a PR package and says, here, if you want to use it, use it. If you want to show it, show it. If you don't want to show it, don't show it. Then you can do whatever you want. But if it's a paid sponsored deal, then there's a contract, and in that contract, they will tell you what they want you to say. They can also add, you can also add your own stuff if you want, your own personal touch, but they will say what you gotta, when you have to post the video, how long they want you to talk about them in your video, at what point you have to start talking about them in your video, because sponsors are going to tell you you have to mention us at least in the first 30 seconds of your video, or you have to mention us in the first 2 minutes of your video. Like there's a whole agreement. Well, Phoenix Mom, no negative opinion, but no super like. Depends on the contract. Depends on the contract. MB says YouTube sponsorships are tricky. Most influencers be lying through their teeth. Correct. Correct. Changing situations, says Deborah. Astrologically, it's similar to pre-French Revolution. Just saying. Really? So winds of change, huh? Winds of change. But you know, French Revolution brought a lot of sacrifices too. And now their system in France is changing again. They want to take away the power of the people more and more. I'm hearing terrible news about the Macron government doing terrible things, allegedly. So the revolution in France did them good only as long as the people really held the governments accountable. Now, less and less. Less and less. MB says, yes, but if you talk shit about PR, they'll never send you anything ever again. Well, I mean, if you go on and bash a brand, of course they're not going to send you anything ever again because they're going to be like, okay, you don't like us. All right. I mean, depends how famous you are. If you have a huge following, sometimes reverse psychology is great for brand marketing. So sometimes a negative review, if it's done in a funny way, can actually bring a ton of awareness to the brand, and it can actually boost sales because people would be buying just to see, really, is it really that bad? Oh my God, this is funny. Let me be in on the joke. Let me buy the product as well. Pluto in Aquarius. Maura, have a great day. Dacob, I don't think there's a company out there that can live up to your integrity. They are not worthy of you. Oh, thank you, D. I mean, to a certain extent, there are companies I would like to work with. I mean, I would love to work with Chanel perfumes, so I can finally stop buying them. It's a ton of money because I really love using them. I love their perfumes. So, it would be great to work with them because just I have a ton of knowledge on their product. But they would never sponsor me because I already talk about them for free, you see. So I'm the sucker. They get to profit off of what I have to say about them. So why would they need to pay me if I'm doing the job already for free? You see what I'm saying? Deborah says, I do astrology and studied the French Revolution at school. It's not identical, but it took a long time to occur. We are in the early stages of change. That's profound. I feel that, Deborah. I really feel that in the air. Heaven says, it doesn't bother me if content creators do sponsors. I do something else while they do it. People gotta eat, so I'm not mad at them. Heaven, that's a very healthy stance. That's a very healthy approach. Yeah, I agree. At the end of the day, we're all little minions in this system trying to survive. So if you can if you're the little guy and you manage to get some money from the big sharks being sponsored, it's a tiny win as well, because you get a piece of the pie in a way. Small, tiny piece of the pie, but yeah. Oh, Yvonne, happy early birthday. Next Sunday is my birthday, so I will be hunting for my own caterpillar cake. Oh, that's lovely. Autumn equinox, babes. We are all in autumn. Yeah, right? 20th/21st of September, equinox. MB says, you know more about their perfumes than the people who are working there, the ones who came from L'Oreal, Unilever in particular. Oh, don't we know it, MB? You tell them. Anyway, you guys, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. It's been 4 hours almost. Thank you to the mods for keeping us safe today at the beginning of the Halloween merch season in the Fashion Bunker. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the Fashion Bunker. That's Mahora, Audrey, H, Gloria, Kev, Nicole, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
Thank you, mods, for keeping us safe. And now, oh, hi, Aish. Oh, I didn't see you lurking there all the time. You were there at the beginning. I love how Aish was like, she was there with us. Oh, and Terry is with us as well. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to mention your name, Terry, because I know if you fall asleep listening to me and I say your name, you will wake up. So I didn't want to disturb you, but I'm so glad that you're still awake with us. I hope you managed to get some sleep, sweetie. And no pain. And Vel, thank you, Quinn, for the thank you guys so much for being with me. What can I say? Luxury sucks. But also, boogo, boogo, hit it, Bubbles.
Boogo, 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 boogo. Boogo, 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 boogo. Boogo, 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 boogo. Boogo, 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 boogo.
Oh, cha, everything fell. This is, oh my God, it's preposterous, I tell you. But we're still here. Oh, Bubbles, are we living ferret? Yes, Quinn. Quinn. This is our Halloween Bubbles with her gorgeous little fashion dress and her little crop top. She is a living ferret. Okay, Quinn, living ferret next.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living
She's living ferret. I mean, she's more dying ferret, but we'll go. Dying ferret next.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
Well, what do you know? And then all of a sudden, I was standing there and I looked at her and I said, "Oh, listen, Linda."
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Yeah. Oh, Jackie. Oh my God, you're still alive. Oh, okay, I'm awake for the replay. Oh my God, Jackie. Oh man. Yeah, you were with us at the beginning, so I guess you were like, whoop, dozed off. No, don't worry. We're done. We're done. You can go back to sleep, guys. And then I also want to say, Bubbles, we love your hair and we love the new merch, Bubbles. You did a great job. We are obsessed.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh, oh.
She sang the song, y'all. Y'all, she sang the song, y'all. She sang it and she went there and she did. Where's Burpee Yoda? Baby Yoda, come here. It's the transparency for me. Like, what, we'll go. Hit it, Baby Yoda.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Why did he look left and then right? Baby Yoda, are you running after Bubbles? Leave Bubbles alone. No, she's not gonna. What are you gonna do? You can't eat Bubbles. She's bones already. Oh my God. He's chewing on Bubbles' leg. Let her go. Yeah, I'll send Chucky after you. Well, that was our show. I gotta go take care of the kids now. They're eating each other, alive or dead at this point, because Bubbles is a skeleton. Chucky is a doll, but you never know. And if you were in the pre-show today, we had a Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, almost 3-hour-long pre-show. You might have seen another clown enter the fashion bunker. Now, that one also has a jawline for the gods, honey. He's been chewing up everything, too. Worse than termites at this point. I don't know what to tell you. That was our show. I hope to see you all midweek next week, hopefully on a Wednesday, if not on a Thursday, because at this point we live stream whenever we can, y'all. Earthquakes and weather permitting. Earthquakes, weather, headaches permitting. Love you loads, guys. Stay safe. Have a wonderful beginning of the new week. Thank you so much for your patience and for, spending time with me and all the love and the energy, and never give up on love, okay? I'm going to see you in the next live stream. Take care. Bye. Mwah.
Bring home the bacon.